Okay, come on, OBS. There we go. Sorry about that. Greetings and greetings, everybody. Glorious Friday to everybody. Tenwin, welcome, welcome. Good to see you're here, and I hope you enjoy your burger. Hold on, let me just make sure that's pulled up properly. You good on me, Twitch? Okay, you're good. All right. Just dive right in. No, the title of the stream is not being serious. It was more just a funny joke that I was trying to run here. Although at some point we will probably want to... Oh dear. Why is the game crashing? And the game just crashed. Well, that's a new one. Haven't had that issue happen before. 1 second while I get this back up. My apologies. The game apparently did not appreciate my joke. It does not want me to read bestiary entries for 3 hours. It wants me to finish the goddamn game. Let's try that again. There we go. Okay. And now let me just really quickly pull my OBS back up on the other monitor. Thank you. Okay, where were we? Right, level 14. Oh, God.
I'll see what I can find.
Let's see what's in here. What have we got now? Right, that's where we came in. That's the grand staircase. And we grab... Wow, we've picked up a lot of traps in this place. Holy shit. Probably have Tyranny ready on Sunday. I do. I have Tyranny already loaded onto my computer with the DLC. Also, we're going to go ahead and equip the Disappointer. The hammer is still my preferred favorite weapon, but if we can get the final shot with the Disappointer, I will definitely do it. Excluding the final levels of the path, you could finish the game this stream, not including the bestiaries. Yeah, if we need to buy a little time, I've got no problem with that. That is a body. That is a person in Adra. Oh dear. Oh dear. Go ahead and grab that. That is a barrier. This is a lot of what looks to be animats that have been broken down. Adraban and minor spellbind knockdown. Okay. Yeah, I don't like the looks of this place. Yeah. Getting a little bit of a Lich King vibe from here. Although the Lich is apparently much more green in this universe than he is white and blue. Thanks to the Adra. Okay. We should be good on stats. We should be good on stats. Alright. Lay it on me, game. What new man-made horrors are here? Oh, hello. The shade emerges like a wound in the world, split open to reveal a hollow darkness. Beneath, a writhing crown of shadow lies a gleaming mask, bearing the visage of an older man. The silver face turns towards you, features cold and still. From within the sockets of the mask's eyes, guttering fires emit eerie light.
Who are you? Would you abandon your king? Take up your sword! To battle! The enemy has come!
His voice seems to reverberate through the chamber. The mask's eyes burn with a sudden new light, even as the room around you seems to grow darker. I am the Watcher Sovani. I have come in search of the master below.
Then you are no lost soul of mine. No soldier. I have no power over you. But neither have you found your quarry, for before you is Ardnua, king in life of a great people, master now of nothing.
If you are not master of this place, then who is?
Something with a longer reach, for I can do nothing outside this wretched chamber. This stone is as an anchor.
The mask turns back towards the crystal at the center of the room, and the body entombed therein.
Many souls do pass from time to time into this place. The Adra draws them deep, and there they are consumed, but not by me.
Something dwells in the place beneath us, and there feeds upon my people as it did when we drew breath. It is an old and ancient thing, and you will not conquer it any more than we could conquer ignorance. Adnua suddenly shudders, and the shape of him seems to warp and twist. The tines of his dark crown grow longer, and the surface of his mask ripples like molten ore.
None walk there save Adnua's line. You will not tread in that place. Not there.
The mask turns towards you, streaks of golden fire running from its eyes. Be calm, old king. I mean you no harm.
You can do nothing I would not suffer gladly to keep you from that place. Do you think to fool me? We have suffered too many traitors.
Adnua raises a hand towards his face, and the fires there dim.
You would only be destroyed, as swiftly as any other soul which ventures there. I cannot risk that you should meddle with the statue. No, I will not allow it.
But you see them. What remains of them? As the Mad One did before you. As I do. My subjects. My people.
Were you the one who sent the beasts to attack me?
What are you that I should concern myself with life? When they have trapped me here, I cannot cross the threshold, for the way is barred. He is out of my reach, even now. They have broken it. My statue, my memorial, the vein is severed and parted from the source. And still something dwells beneath us and feeds upon my people.
Yeah, we've read that one.
None walk there.
Yes. We've literally just read that. Okay.
But you see them. What remains of them? As the Mad One did before you. As I do. My subjects. My people.
'Twas you who built these endless paths, was it not?
The endless path.
Oh, this one's voice.
1,000 hands toiled to create it. But it was my voice, my will, that directed them. The great work of our age.
Or it would have been, if only they had allowed me to finish, if they had understood that from such rotten foundations could emerge wondrous achievement, that the same curse I sought to cure afflicted them in turn. That my son might, from one moment to the next, be lost to me is abomination.
His voice thickens with grief, reverberating through the chamber.
He wants only that I should be proud of him. How can a father convince his son that he might accomplish nothing and still be the light of his life? How if he is gone? So many hours and days spent wondering. If I had been there but a moment earlier, if I had stopped him from leaving just that morn, if I had only known that I would never see him again.
Lost, treading these endless paths, these regrets, with him forever moving out of reach, into some darker place, away from me. Have they loved nothing in all their lives? Lost nothing? Wives, husbands, children? Might I not show them then the agony of it?
Adnua's shade shudders, and the very shape of him seems to warp and twist. The tines of his dark crown grow long, and the surface of his mask ripples once more like molten metal. I understand your grief, old king, but why all this?
It did not start so. How could it have? I was mad with grief. I summoned the workers, the mages, the servants, and we plunged headlong into this quest. I could not see for the tears. And at first there was nothing. Feeble efforts, false starts, days upon days of nothing. All the while I was certain I was losing time. I gave permission that we should try new methods, that we should bolster our knowledge of the soul. And with these barbarous acts we began at last to learn, to find the edges of the veil. My people told me they could find my son, but still we had not the means of extracting him safe, intact. And at last, when discovery was at hand, we were betrayed. All that we had paid, the lives lost, the taint upon our living souls, all for nothing. They destroyed the Titan. They cleaved him from his roots.
I will never see him again. Even in death, we have been more wholly separated than if I had never known him. He will have forgotten me. Have I not paid? Have they not cost me all I had?
And the Odd-Nua's people weren't aware of the reincarnation. Well, actually, I think they were, but his problem was that he was afraid his son would forget him. He even mentions it here. We've never seen him again. What is that? We have been more wholly separated than if I had never known him. He will have forgotten me. Like, I think they were aware of the wheel. They worshipped the same gods, I would imagine. Bareth and the wheel and all that had to have been part of their cosmology, I would imagine. But it's very likely, given the Engwithans' own practices regarding the use of Adra in pretty much every aspect of their society, it's more likely that he was well aware that the soul fragments almost immediately upon death and continues to fragment as it is reincarnated. He most likely felt that he did not have the time. Perhaps your son's spirit still remains somewhere, if you manage to tie him to this place.
You think the possibility does not rule my thoughts? I have been bound as surely as if they had intended it. It is an irony I have reflected upon for longer than you have walked this world, and you think to counsel me? It is not the chamber binding you, old king. It is your rage at your betrayal, your grief over your loss. That is... No, I have tried to leave this place. I would go to my son. I would let nothing stop me. You are lying. The shade's eye began to glow with an ominous light. The souls here are all trapped within a moment, within singular moments. They cannot free themselves. It is the same with you, Odd-Nua.
No, it is not my doing. It cannot be so simple. I will drive the invaders from the halls. I will go down those final steps, and there, finish my great work. None will stop me.
You lose yourself each time you try to leave, don't you see? Every spirit here is constantly repeating the final thing they did in this place.
Damn, resolve 20 needed for that check. Holy shit.
Lose? Am I to lose all that remains when I have already spent an eternity in regret? You think to fool me? It is not a loss, Odd-Nua. Only a path to something new. The dark shape of Odd-Nua's specter begins to shudder and heave. The light around you grows cold until frost settles across the tiles. The shadow seems to draw light to themselves, threatening to plunge the entire room into darkness.
End then. At last.
And then at last, the glowing embers of Odd-Nua's eyes gutter and dim. His form simply seems to unravel, the darkness ceding way to frail light, and then finally fading entirely.
Morals.
Well, that went surprisingly well. But that still begs the question, who the fuck is this master below then? The fact that he mentioned that they were cutting it off from the root... So this statue has to be tied into something below. Oh god, more Zarips. Really?
Nice and quiet.
Oh no, a master below Zarip. There's gonna be a fucking dragon down here. There's gonna be an Adra dragon down here, isn't there? Because I was wondering why we hadn't encountered any Adra dragons, because Adra dragon scales are a craftable item.
Yes?
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Son of a bitch. Okay, everybody, please drop out of stealth. Please drop out of stealth. Aelith, back up. Go ahead and just drop that on top of them. Wow, those are just basic Zarips. That's not even special Zarips. Oh, the shit is still... Wait, what? What was that? Shroud of Mourning. That doesn't sound familiar. Hold a second. +3 to resolve. Wow. The rough texture and faded color of this cloak suggests that it is ancient. The symbols and runes along the edges indicate Engwithan origins. Scholars of Engwithan culture have translated an old story about a father driven mad by grief by the death of his son. He entered a permanent state of mourning, donning the traditional garb of the bereaved and locking himself in his keep. The story suggests that he performed horrific experiments upon living in an effort to resurrect his son. His mourning clothes were said to be infused with the power as a result of these experiments. Yeah, +3 damage reduction to corrode and freeze and +3 resolve. Not bad, not bad. Yeah. Damn, we would need two. I would need to have gone up to the top in order to do that check. Yep, we've got to be getting near the bottom. God, no. Please, no. Adraban. What is this? Warm air pulses through the aperture. Hold the phone.
Yes?
Hey, Loth, you mind? Where is it? There it is.
I'm ready.
Why does it do that now where it won't let me just drop them out of stealth on their own? Oh, hi. I mean, sure, if you guys want to come up against me, I'm fine with that. And then we kill that one. There we go. Smack. There we go. Anything of value? Doesn't look like it. Ooh, more gems. Ooh, more gems. Oh boy, here we go. Time for a dragon. No, no more
The air
Zara.
in here is strange, stifling. What is this place?
Oh, scroll of Maelstrom. Use skill for level 12, you'll be fine. Very odd architecture. Yes, this is... It's vaguely Ingwithan, but it's also different. I don't know if it's maybe a society that was before the Ingwithans, or maybe it was the earliest form of the Ingwithans. If the final boss was a huge spore, that'd be really funny. You say that, but really it wouldn't.
Need something?
Okay, what are you guys doing? Okay, Zarup over there. Go ahead and take care of the champion. Gravius, you know what? Just conjure that up for me, would you? We'll go ahead and see if we can grab the priest. And then we'll see if we can... There we go. Nice and simple. Alright, Haravius, just go stand in the middle of them.
Let's go. Got him.
Unfortunately, Lord Brown Bear, it was more just a joke, and apparently the game didn't appreciate it, because when I first booted it up after changing the stream title, the game immediately crashed on me for the first time, so... For the very first time since we started playing, so... Apparently we will not be doing that just yet, unless we need to fill time for some reason, since Tenwin has informed me we are close enough that we might be able to finish the game today. That would be a bit of a surprise, but I wouldn't mind it. If that was the case, I'll have to figure out... Yeah, we'll definitely be on Tyranny on Sunday. I don't really want to split... what is with me in finishing my games on Sunday? I don't know why that keeps happening. The stairs ahead have crumbled away, leaving you at the edge of a dark pit. You have to proceed down carefully, and climbing back will be difficult. Climb carefully down the rocks. I know, I did promise to read the bestiary. The shifting rocks and crumbling wall make progress slow and treacherous. In the last stretch before the bottom, Aloth steps on a loose stone and rolls the rest of the way. God damn it, Aloth. You find yourself at the bottom of a wide basin, looking up at titanic boulders and Adra formations. Damn it, Aloth. Fucking hell. Well, I guess now's as good a time as any. I think we should be good to have... Yes, we still have our training ground bonus. Good.
Yeah.
That's probably the best we can hope for. Well, there's still some dead bodies down here, so somebody managed to get down here. Oh. Hello? Oh. Well, I will admit, you are certainly more intimidating than I thought than the others were. That's for damn sure. I mean, say what you will, but this thing makes the other two dragons look paltry in comparison. Holy shit. From under a cloak of gloomy shadow, lit only by the sickly hues of the Adra statue, emerges what can only be a dragon. Vibrant, living Adra plaits its hide, and the movement of its joints is like the grinding of boulders. The dragon stretches itself up to its full height, its horns looming like towers, and then it lowers its head, turning a sharp and intelligent gaze upon you. Heravius staggers backwards, craning his head upwards to take in the whole of the beast.
Even the gods could fear such a creature,
he says as his face turns flush with fear and excitement. Or wonder if it could fly?
Here you are, nearly at the heart of the world. What a journey you have made.
In a rumbling, listing cadence of growls and hisses, the dragon speaks. Its teeth gleam like ivory spears. I guess it depends, because it certainly looks like the Adra is growing on certain portions, but other portions looks like they have become fully Adra. The horns, for example, the ends of the wings, those don't look like the Adra is attached to the dragon. It looks like the Adra has become part of the dragon. Plus, this is still a universe of magic. It wouldn't surprise me if it doesn't matter if the Adra is really heavy, the dragon would still be able to fly. Though why it's all the way down here is a completely different question. And so you are the master below?
Yes, the master below. You have found her. Kadnua is mine, as is all that lies beneath it.
A laugh like rolling thunder echoes through the caverns, and you hear the clatter of debris as stones shake loose from far above.
How fortunate you are to learn such well-guarded secrets. All it has cost you is your life.
True. Though how they managed to get all the way down here and past things like the vampires and even King Ad-Dua is kind of a question. I have claimed the keep of Kadnua. I cannot let you threaten the keep nor any of the people therein.
Of course not. Tell me, did you stride nobly down the steps of your fine castle, determined to save the day?
I have seen your Kadnua. Have seen it rise and fall and rise again. Is it still rubble and weeds, or have you made more of it?
I was here before the Adirans raised a single stone. I am older than the steps which led you here. I am bound to this sorry memorial, and you are no more master of it than you are of me. But you are the only one to have come this far. I cannot allow you to leave, not now that you have seen this place.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. This is not Lengrath and two dragons. I'm interested in killing this one.
I thought you said you were bound here. You know what power lies within the soul. Every living thing, everything here, living or dead, knows it, feeds upon it, and thrives on it. I fed upon Adnua's slaves as they toiled, and then once I had grown upon the Titan and the living veins of the world, to go from a single feeble intelligence to hearing the voices of hundreds. Perhaps that sounds familiar to you. It's a fucking Watcher dragon, isn't it? It's an awakened Watcher dragon. No wonder the other guy went insane. He probably tried to tap into the abilities of the Watchers around here and accidentally connected to this thing. The statue survives in part, as do I. We are much changed, the both of us.
She raises her Adra-laden wings, rising above you like a second ceiling.
Nothing can feed upon the souls of thousands and remain sane.
You talking mad shit for a pair of boots. Yeah. Pair of boots. Maybe we could turn one of the wings into a shield. We could probably turn the tail into a spear. That would be pretty good. Connect to the McDonald's Wi-Fi next. Careful, Tenwin. Go to be very careful connecting to public Wi-Fi, dude. Be very careful.
You feed upon the statue. With the fall of the Anguithans, the statue has come to hold the souls of its time and of Era's sense. The dragon lowers her wings, and in consuming it I have gained what power and knowledge those fleeting lives provide. Every clumsy explorer, every heroic mercenary and adventurer, their souls drift down, down, and some are caught here in what remains of Ad-Nua's Titan.
Hey, Kataka, welcome, welcome, welcome.
Any single soul is but a trifle, of course. Raindrops in the desert.
Odd-Nuah said that his Ingwithan rebels cut the statue off from the Adra veins. So he was not yet all mad. I have whiled away a year or more playing part in his visions, but he spoke true. The Titan is only a vessel, and even it in time will empty. The river that fed it once now lies far below, out of reach, save to the dead. And what will you do when the Adra is gone? What indeed? Should I dig my way free, follow your tracks up and out of this place? There is a rumbling growl beneath the dragon's speech. Already the Titan is not as it once was. I have a few centuries yet before it has lost all its remaining power, and then I will starve. But that hardly helps you, here and now. The vampire survived by feeding the same way? Yep, and it's kind of implied that the Adra beetles contributed as well by feasting on the actual raw Adra itself, which would have consumed some of the energy in addition. To be fair, the Ingwithans disappeared something like 2,500 years ago, so, I mean, that's still a lot of soul energy that this thing had accumulated. And also, don't forget, according to what the vampire said, their decrepitude was relatively recent because of the arrival of the beetles. Those vampires had been living a fairly luxurious life of total sanity for at least a millennia and a half or so before everything started to go bad for them. So then you are trapped here. I came to this place as a hatchling, small and lighted wings. You will note that I have grown. The dragon stamps one mighty foot upon the earth. The ground quakes. So too has the Adra weighed me down. But I am not wholly trapped, for you know the mind wanders, like ciphers such as yourself, and I can cast myself beyond the limits of my bones. Only my reach is far greater. All that has happened since the fall of Odd-Nuah, I have witnessed firsthand. The death of cities, the decrepitude of languages, the rise of war and pestilence, and the mundane lives of farmers and kings alike. When they die nearby. Yep, and we know that Odd-Nuah has been a site of conflict between the Glenfathans and the Deerwoodans for ever since they arrived. Plot twist, this is the sewer's true form. I mean, you say that, Tenwin, but I'll be... unironically, when she first started speaking, that is what I actually thought. I didn't say it, though, because I wanted to keep listening, but I honestly had that thought for a moment. I did. And it would have been one hell of a plot twist, you got to admit. Entire days I have lingered in the low consciousness of people 100 leagues apart, but in time, always the body calls.
And here I return. The endless tide of treasure hunters. Odd-Nuah's sorrow. I have observed 100 lives upon the surface, and all are dear to me. But the flesh reigns.
Hold on. All are dear to you? Wait a second. But you're a dragon. Isn't that better than being some peasant? It is an irony that is not lost on me, that you are very small and frail, where I am not, and by being so could climb the steps and be free. When you are dead and gone, I will still be imprisoned. Well, now hold on, because I assume that she just wanted to kill me. This is interesting. Hold on. Besides, we've already killed 2 dragons in this playthrough. Don't tell me that we haven't done our requisite amount of dragon slaying. Is there no way to free you?
Do you mean to dig me free? There may be a way, if you are willing.
The dragon eyes you with curiosity.
I cannot send the whole of my soul afield, not at once. But if you were to take something of mine past the boundaries of this place, I could obtain a new living vessel, a body with which I might wander the world, as you do.
How many dragons have you met? This is dragon number 5. We had the Alpine Dragon in the DLC. We had the... we had the Alpine Dragon in the DLC. We had the Feathered Storm Dragon, or whatever it's called, in Twin Peaks. Not Twin Peaks, Twin Elms. We had Lengrath's 2 Swamp Dragons, and now we have the Adra Dragon. a vessel, so I would have to kill someone. Weaken, not kill, but yes, someone of sufficient power that my soul will not burn their flesh to cinders. I have observed such a person in my journeys. There is a dragon hunter, Falenrode, who has girded her soul against such threats. I would be lying, godlike, if I said I did not enjoy the irony of it. She lingers at the shrine of Galawain, within the scorched forest, the Black Meadow. Perhaps she seems to rekindle the fading sense of victory. The dragon's laugh sends vibrations through the stern. No. See, I was willing to help you, but now you just want me to murder someone. Here I was, being benevolent. You're trying to take advantage of my benevolency. Also, kind of find it really funny that this option is locked behind 2 benevolent dialogue choices. I will not do this. It was a foolish hope. Then we shall end it here, and we shall keep each other company a time yet, until both our souls take the final step into the shroud. The dragon rears its head, nostrils flailing, and moves towards you, jaws agape. Well, I tried. Curious what happens if you pick the 18 resolve option to intimidate it. I imagine it probably goes into the same negotiation phase where it's like, if you do this task for me, I won't have to kill you. Stun tip. Oh, stun time. Stun time. Okay. My brain was looking at that and I'm like, wait a second. Didn't Tenwin say he was Swedish or something? Is this some kind of Swedish word? No, it's just stun time. I need to learn how to fucking parse my fucking shit. Yeah, petrified and... Let's see, immune to dragon breath, frightened, petrified, stuck, terrified, and unconscious. Which is a shame, because Aloth has a really powerful unconsciousness spell, which would be really nice. However, it's not immune to prone. The dialogue didn't come up because you didn't ask to leave, but she's worried you'll call on Dragon Slayers if she just lets you leave. Ah. Hey, dear, you go ahead and do that. Ready. Pelagina, I want you to go ahead and sworn enemy. Durance, give me a blessing on everybody, please. And then I will try to paralyze. Oh, and Haravius, go ahead and drop a debuff. Uh-oh, she's also bringing it. Not Adrigans! No! Anything but the fucking Adrigans! Why?
How may I help?
No, no. Aloth, I want another hammer. Knock that shit on its ass.
John. I?
No, 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 no. I fucking hate these things. No. Oh my god, how many of you... Oh, and of course, he got petrified. God fucking damn it. I send Aloth off to go help, and he immediately and he's getting fucking killed by Zarips. He's still... He's prone for 2.1 seconds. Console Hot's hammer continues to fucking destroy him. Good. Flames of Devotion. Go ahead and give me that on our main line. That thing is back up. God damn it. And he's gonna die because there's... Wow, okay, fuck you, game. I suppose I should be grateful that it also killed the Zarips. Holy fuck.
Yes?
Run. Run.
Yes?
Run, you dipshit, run.
Yeah.
Endurance, I need healing spell. I need healing spell. Focus it on
How
here.
may I help?
And we're going to try and knock him down again. Oh, and he's down again. God fucking damn it. Obvious. Throw me a healing spell, please. We're going to... No, not the one that fatigues. Go ahead and use that. There we go. Ow. Ow. Oh, now it's summoning up Earthblights. That's just great. Aloth is still down. Aravius. Go ahead and give me... Where's the other one? There it is. Give me Relentless Storm, please. Pelagina, go ahead and give me Sacred Immolation. Come on, kill it. Thank you. There we go. Okay, everything's down. Go ahead and give me Taste of the Hunt. Now switch to your spirit form and dive in. And we just all got pummeled by the fucking breath attack. God damn it. Pelagina, keep attacking.
That didn't work. Need to try something else. Come on, Pelagina, hang in there.
Wow, okay, we're just getting our fucking asses kicked. Paralyze him. Paralyze him? No, I'm gonna die because I'm still knocked on the ground. I'm still knocked on the ground. Please paralyze him. Thank you. God damn. Alright, Crucible of the Soul. Adair, go ahead and see if you can knock him.
Yeah.
He is prone, suppressed, paralyzed for 1.5 seconds. Go ahead and paralyze him again. He's paralyzed for 11 seconds. Run in. Okay, what happened to being paralyzed? What happened to being paralyzed? What the fuck? I'm sorry. What the fuck was that game? Adair, please heal yourself. Well, there goes his summons. Are you fucking kidding me?
Doing the job.
Well, I'm pretty sure we lose because I've got fucking nothing. Adair, you gonna fucking summon up something, please? Adair? Thank you. Oh my god. Wow, we just got our fucking asses kicked because he was able to one-shot the entire fucking party. Why is there no save? Why? Are you fucking kidding me? Did I not? Please tell me I'm wrong. 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 For the love of God, tell me I'm wrong. Please tell me I'm wrong. Load the fucking save file. Thank you. At least it's only here. Thank fuck. I thought this shit was all the way back up here. God damn it. Climb carefully down the rocks. I don't fucking give a shit. Heal up. Fucking eat some dragon meat. We were doing fine until he was able to fucking just completely annihilate us. We have potions. Start with Dominion of the Dragon to kill the ads. Yeah, probably. Part of the problem was I sent Aloth over here to kill the Adragon, and then all of a sudden there was a fucking dozen Zarips also coming from that direction that I didn't see.
Here you are, nearly at the heart of the world. What a journey. Yeah,
Yep,
how
blah, blah, blah.
fortunate you are to learn such well-guarded secrets. All it has got...
Yep. Blah, blah, blah. You feed on the statue. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah.
And here I return. The end... Do you... I
Yep.
cannot send the whole of...
There we go. Alright, second verse. Same as the fucking first.
I'm ready.
Spread everybody the fuck out, apparently, because fuck me. Okay, good. He's dominated for a few seconds. He's gonna go after the Adragans. We need to deal with the Zarips that are gonna show up.
Let's go.
That's it.
Wow, he didn't
Are you serious? He didn't kill either of them. Are you fucking kidding me? Dipshit is able to fucking kill me in 2 fucking hits, and he doesn't do jack shit to the fucking ads that he summoned. Kill them. Kill them. Please kill them. Oh, so he's not dominate. What the fuck? Apparently the game just doesn't... dominated apparently doesn't mean what I thought it meant. He just knocked my entire party on their ass again. And then I die. Boy, it sure is nice that the... I'm gonna fucking kill somebody. Apparently, the game's just decided to break its own rules for the first time. And Pelagina's down. Are you fucking kidding me? What the fuck is happening? Paralyze his ass. Paralyze his ass. Paralyze him. I mean, please tell me if I'm wrong, guys. Please tell me if I'm wrong. I had him dominated and he attacked me repeatedly. I had him paralyzed in the first fight and he attacked me repeatedly through it. I don't know who designed this encounter, but they need to be shot.
I'm ready.
Knock him prone. Durance, shoot the fucking blight. Shoot the fucking blight. Get it off of Aloth. It's focused on him. He was dominated, then it wore off, turned yellow, and he popped out of it. Then why did his fucking thing still say that he was dominated? If it's not going to last that long, why is it on there? These stats things that pop up on... I can't mouse over it because if I move my mouse away from him, it goes away. But there we go. The UI not being fast. There was 20 seconds still on the timer, Tenwin. I'm not angry at you. I'm angry at whoever designed their UI, because if that's the case, that is shitty UI design. That is embarrassingly shitty UI design. Ravius, you deal with that. We're just gonna stack effects on him. I'm just gonna keep stacking effects on him. Fuck it. Put the debuff on him. Give me healing on the whole party. Where is it? Despondent blows. Haravius, I want you and Aloth swing wide, so that way hopefully he doesn't fucking... Yeah, just drop the hammer on him again. No, just not move. Drop the hammer on him again. Haravius, I want you to... drop that on our front line. We're gonna just paralyze him again.
Aye?
Aloth. Cast Console Hut's hammer again. Ravius, go ahead and Plague of Insects. Break it on top of him.
I'm ready.
Pelagina, use the Sworn Foe. Go ahead and hit him with that. Durance, give me a... -10 to all. Yes, give me a... Where is it? Where is it again? God damn it. Shining Beacon, center it on him. Why are you not casting it, Durance? Why are you not casting it, Durance? Why are you not casting it, Durance? Cast it! Paralyzed for 4.8 seconds. Go ahead and cast that again. Haravius, go ahead and give me... AoE pierce damage is successful, prone for 9.4 seconds. Yes, go ahead and give me that, centered on him.
Yes?
Aloth, go ahead and give me... Start spamming Ningalth's Shadow Flame. Just keep casting it, don't stop. There we go. Paralyze him again.
Yes?
There we go. Much better. 2 Audra Dragon Scales, 7 Dragon Meat, and 2 things of Awakened Audra. Good. Piece of shit. This Audra toenail is as hard and smooth as a steel tower shield.
Eyes open.
Yep, we're literally between the fucking statue's legs down here. Oh, what was that? The Audra is so smooth you can barely feel the marks of the chisel. You survive sucking on toes for a century. Yeah, I suppose that's one way you can look at it, Tenwin. Oh, God. That's a little sad when you really put it... When you phrase it that way, this suddenly sounds a lot sadder. Just in terms of how pathetic it kind of is. Alright. I think that's it. Oh, look. Treasure hoard. Oh, Lord Brownbear. My apologies. Sorry. To be fair, Lord Brownbear, I kind of got used to Tenwin being the main person talking in chat at like 99% of the time. So I kind of got used to his name being the only one I had to say. Thank you, Lord Brownbear. Hey, Minalette's Grimoire. Oh, interesting. So, wait, does that imply that the dragon killed an archmage? The little savior. Understandable. And it stinks. Yeah, you literally just didn't take the first fight seriously, if you catch my drift. No, that was definitely some of it. I will admit that was some of it, because I saw the two druids and I immediately peeled Alof off, and he immediately got fucking bodied by the Zarbs because I wasn't paying attention that there could be more of them. But if the game is gonna, like, because the reason I don't buy the UI wasn't fast enough is because that's the first time that's happened with that. There have been plenty of times where the game hasn't shown an effect down here in the combat screen. But every time I've moused over an enemy and says, oh, they're paralyzed. Okay, that means they can't do anything. Oh, they're petrified. That means they can't do anything. Oh, they're prone. That means they can't do anything. I have never seen another case in the game so far where when they were under the effects of not just one, but in some cases 2 or 3 of those effects, that they were still able to take actions. Maybe there's something in the dragon that allows them to do that, but if so, that needs to be communicated a little more clearly, given the fact that, again, I don't think I've seen anybody else do that ever. Can lower your guard because the other mobs are never described. I mean, to be fair, that's just basic encounter design for CRPGs usually when it comes to big bosses. Here is the big boss. Are you ready to fight the big boss? Oh, by the way, 20 ads. Deal with it, chucklefucks. Hey, Sint. Welcome, welcome. Little Savior was the nickname given to an Orlan warrior from the Gilded Compass tribe who defended Glenfathans and settlers alike during the Brokenstone War. He argued for peace to any who would listen. Few did, and so he reluctantly threw himself into countless battles, stalling aggressors while the defenseless fled. Oh, well that's nice. We also have Vengiata Rugia. Light armor. Oh, light armor with a DR of 10, because it's already superb, and plus 10% damage to flank targets. This superbly crafted set of armor is dyed a dark maroon. The dye is uneven and splotchy, making it look like it was colored by an amateur. In a way, it was. Vengiata Rugia, Red Vengeance, was worn by a young Valian woman who witnessed the murder of her family at the hands of mercenaries serving a powerful Ducas. When the authorities questioned her, she pretended the trauma erased any memory of the incident. Yet while she feigned shock-induced oblivion, she trained in secret. Since she couldn't wear armor or weapons without attracting attention, she took up work as a seamstress and learned to sew a sturdy garment that would protect her without garnering too much attention. She also refitted a stiletto with the handle of an awl, allowing her to carry it without raising suspicion. By the time she began hunting her family's killers, she was quick with her stiletto and inconspicuous in her padded armor. She assassinated them each one by one, each time soaking a piece of her garment in the blood of her latest victim. That's pretty badass. Duchess. Yes, yes. Duchess, Duchess. Well, because it seems to be implying that the Valians use the Latin pronunciation, which is Duc. D-U-C, Duc. So, Duchess would be with a hard K kind of sounding. Now, if they're using the medieval pronunciation, yes, it would be Duchess or Duchess. But Duchess, I don't know. I'm probably wrong on all of this. I don't know my foreign languages, and I've never had an ear for them. Wow, just a whole bunch of unique weapons. Language is sort of a pseudo-Italian, late Latin kind of thing. Wengar, or the Wind Spear, was once an heirloom in the powerful house that served the first Fairconigs and Mechwins of Aedir. When the Adiran Empire formed, Wengar was carried at the hands of the unifying army and used to strike down the leaders of opposing forces from a great distance. One of the earliest effective crossbows, its accuracy shattered the resolve of many would-be resistors. Cool, 20% attack speed, 10% of hits converted to crits. It's pretty straightforward. And lastly, Potente Med Principe. The Potente Med Principi, power of princes, was recovered by a valiant adventurer pillaging the Ingwithan ruins. When he and his party found themselves beset by a clan of Zarops, he put his newfound weapon to work, bringing them to their knees with the scepter's powerful attacks. As they fought, his friends noticed and exclaimed, "That has the power of princes. They kneel before you." Oh, crits can inflict prone, grazes converted to hits. Not bad, not bad. Olins are way more fascinating to play as. I mean, you have implied that they do get quite a bit more lore simply because of our location within the Deerwood and the Glenfothans. Alright, I believe that was it. It does appear that that's all. Game, set, and match. Actually, the only thing I was wondering about... That does give me DR11, so that's actually pretty close to the... Yeah, no, that's fine, that's fine. Actually, hold on. If I go... Where was that? Damn, I'm out of Durgan reinforced armor is the problem. But I could upgrade that to legendary with one of the Bog Dragon scales that I still have. And I have the sneak attack ability from the... That might actually be better than my blood-stained robes. And how do these look? That is somewhat better on the drip front. What stats did I have on the bloodstained? I gave it a +2 to intellect and the Durgan reinforced. As well as pierce proof. And the color change? No. No, it does not. I think that only applies to when you're wearing, Oh, that affects my pants. I can go full red, but yeah, I think that only applies to like certain clothing and things like that. That's the thing though. If I can't get the Durgan, I don't know if I have. Do I have any? Okay, we can make a quick run back up to the forge, and we can make this Durgan reinforced. So I'm actually going to. So we will grab a. We're going to reapply the pure... Well, hold on. It's got... If we bump that up to legendary, then we want it to have a +2 to intellect. And so I don't have enough for the proofing, but that's fine. We can then grab the Durgan reinforced armor. We're going to make a quick trip up to the White Forge and get that done. Yeah, he's already got all these spells. Fair enough. All right. Thus ends the labyrinth. And hopefully the curse of Caed Nua. Yep, climb back up the rocks. Make our way back up to the grand stairs. But yes, I am now no longer in raggedy robes. Need to make a quick visit to Crucible Keep in Defiance Bay for the sword? Talk to the steward. Oh, right, the sword pieces we found. We did find all of them, right? Did we find all of them? I don't know if we did. Oh, we also need to talk to the to Charek. Right. Almost forgot about that. Forgot about our Vithric friends here.
Right.
Well, no, to be fair, it only takes like 2 days to get there. Oh, that's cool. I don't remember what level the Vithrics were on. Shit. Wait. There we go. But yeah, seriously, it only takes like 2 days to get up to Steward and back. Like, or Stalwart and back. It's not that bad of a trip. Yeah, so we're just gonna have to walk it. I just loaded up my old watcher from 3 years ago. He's wearing the same armor. I mean, it's pretty good. The fact that it starts at superb would have been amazing if I'd run into it before. And the additional sneak attack damage on top of... Okay, Does additional sneak attack damage stack with additional sneak attack damage? Because I think I have that on boots. I do. Because if those stack, I'll keep them, because that would be 20% damage to flank targets. But if they don't stack, I can swap out the boots for something else. Oh, hi, guys.
It lives. It stinks of dusk and old souls. Does it have Adra? Charek wants?
Pretty sure you should be able to see it. I should check. Yeah, I should check the character sheet. I found the samples. I'll take them back to your leader now.
Nay, lingerer.
It steps forward, claws outstretched.
Give us what Charek demands. This is not for an outsider, crawling worm amongst giants. Give it here.
I did this for the sake of your people. Are you so selfish that you would risk that just so you can take the credit? Oh, the Vithrak hisses.
It knows nothing. It speaks nothing. Give me the Adra.
One of the other scouts suddenly speaks, hesitant.
Historic. Animals speak sense. What? It mews like Skulder Webling.
It all stack. Yeah, not all. Some effects have in the past and some haven't. That's why I was asking. But yes, I should just check the character sheet. If they both show up in the character sheet, then it should be counting. Why fight me? I've already promised to give these to Charek. We both get what we want. The Vithrak only stares at you for a moment, growling in the back of its throat. You sense anxiety from the other scouts.
Historic. Enough. That is what I wish.
The Vithrak makes a violent gesture with one clawed hand.
It returns to Charek. Then it leaves us in peace. Go.
Yeah, the Vithrak really are just like everybody else. They have their nice guys and their assholes. Big surprise. Let me see here.
Charek greets you, godlike animal. It has been below. It has what we seek.
Nah, there's no reason to cause strife here. I have all of the Adra samples. Here you go. You feel another passing itch in your skull, and then a rippling echo of joy.
Vithrak owe you great debt. With these, we study, learn secrets, make statues greater than all dead master of Hollow Place. Stravek Narith will gleam like sea. Vithrak, thank you. Is having coin. Custom, yes. Vithrak have coins of many ages, will give many.
He thinks a moment.
If godlike animal goes still into deep places, should talk to Creevy. Creevy has supplies. Will help. Charek is giving this also, found in tunnels, and does not suit Vithrak. Keeps godlike safe, will bring fortune.
I'm glad to help Charek.
Vithrak, remember, after sun falls into sea, this is start of something. Turn of wheel.
Charek turns towards the nest lining the wall.
Young will live better in place.
Right. Oh. Oh. Okay, and a free grimoire? Thank you. Your leader said you had some supplies to sell?
Charek is saying you'll help us. Creevy collecting supplies. Ederton can see.
Some exceptional armor, some scrolls, and nothing else. A couple of gems. I say I like Vithrak. Yes, I'm liking the Vithrak too. They've, honestly, most of them have been pretty, you know, not crazy or insane or evil or anything. They're just kind of dudes. They're definitely a bit weird, but you can sell to them. I probably should do that. Also, unique dagger, +5 accuracy, superb, 25% of damage inflicted over time. Oh, not bad, not bad. But yes, we should sell. Oh my god, we should sell. We have so much crap. So much crap. Oh dear god. Alright. 8 pages worth of shit. Holy fuck. The inventory screen is visibly, like, slightly delayed on my screen because there's so much shit that it's trying to render. Sell all the non-uniques. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's probably for the best. Oh my god. Like, I can tell that the screen is going slower than it usually does when I click on stuff. Because there's so much crap it's trying to render. Oh my god, this place gave us so much goddamn shit. Okay, it's going faster. It's going a little bit faster now. This interface was not well designed. How many fucking bucklers did I pick up? Oh god. There we go. Finally, we've reached the end of the shields. It was almost 2 pages of just shields. Jesus Christ. Oh. Sell it all. Get it all out of here. I don't want to see it ever again. Be gone. Yeah, we don't need the scepters. Oh god, more Zarup spears. Sell it all. Come on. All of it. Drop all is so much fun. No. Jesus Christ. Sell it all. Get it out of here. I never want to see it again. Goodbye. Goodbye. God, how many bows? Oh god. There we go. Okay, that's all the weapons. Now for the armor. We don't want to sell those just in case. We can sell off that. Right? Yeah. Clothing, get wooden clothing. Sell off the fine armors. There we go. Where's those traps? We had so many traps. Oh dear god. Sell, 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 sell. Oh dear god. So much shit. So much shit. You better armor 100%. I'm worried that I'm making the wrong decision, okay? That I'm parallel. That's why I've kept a couple of the exceptional pieces. Why I haven't sold any of the uniques. I'm just paranoid, okay, Tenwin? I'm paranoid. Aren't as effective as their stats in play. Yeah, I can imagine that if you... I imagine traps can be very useful on a repeat playthrough when you know what's coming. Like, okay, I know an enemy is going to... enemy combat encounter is going to be here. I'm going to set up traps here. I'm going to trigger the encounter, and then I'm running back behind the traps. Like, I could see how that could work. Just to... Especially traps that inflict status effects, like Petrify or Paralyze or anything like that. Thank you for the 23,000 copper.
Mm-hmm.
It's time to leave. I don't remember where the... I think level 11 had a master staircase that we can use to get back up to the surface. Also... Oh, we finished this. Kana's patron was silent about the source of their leads, but the note quickly proved to be valuable. A grimoire sale in the Seathwood and notes from a dead Ritzaran wizard pointed the way towards 3 other wizards who were unwittingly performing research based on Galif's stolen notes. Spread out across the Eastern Reach, the wizards were amiable enough but quite unwilling to part with their extensive notes. After reporting back to the patron's servant, Kana discovered that no additional services were required. It wasn't until after returning to Kainua that Kana learned of the grisly deaths of all 3 wizards, all under suspicious circumstances. A short time later, a package arrived via guarded courier. It was addressed to Kana, and the note simply read, "A gift," in an antiquated hand. This hinged mold has the amazing power to fully duplicate a non-soulbound weapon, shield, armor, and other equipment placed inside of it. The immense magical energy required to fabricate the copy uses the mold for raw materials and wholly consumes it in the process. Oh, so that's... Okay, so that's how you save on... If you have a dual wielder, you can max out one of their weapons and then use that to create a second copy without having to enchant up another one. Ah. That probably would have been useful if I had gotten it, you know, before the end of the bloody game. Bloody hell. You would think that we would find more. Yeah, there we go. Master staircase. All right, get me the hell out of here. There we go. All the way back up to Kainua. Takes 5 hours to climb out of here. Holy shit. Oh god, that just occurred. This is the master staircase.
Lasting
5
the deer with
hours
me
on a
is another
staircase.
foreign colony.
5 hours of stairs. Oh god. We get up here and we're just like, you know what? We're gonna sleep for a week. Fuck it. Right. We wanted to run off to Stalwart real fast. Then we will need to... Shit is deep. Yeah, shit is deep. Distant relative. I don't care. Go ahead and rest real fast. Actually... Yeah. You know what? I'm actually going to resolve, because a lot of resolve checks have been showing up. And I want to have as high of a resolve as possible going into the last steward. For on the plus side, you can do endless pass, morning jog, even while sieged. Yep. But yes, we're going to run off to Stalwart. Well, not Stalwart. We can just run all the way straight to the Foundry. It's not like we have to stop anywhere. I think this is also our... Yes, this is the last of the Durgan iron ingots that we have. And we're going to go in here. And we're going to attach that. There we go. Fancy. Just coming in for a quick thing. I mean, to be fair, we basically, like... Oh no, we have to actually walk out manually. I forget. No, wait. I thought there was a way to get... I hate this place sometimes. I'm forgetting how the hell to get out of here. There's another... Right, there's another door on the northern end. I completely forgot. Completely forgot. And Tenwin, you said something about Crucible Keep, correct? The Crucible Knight's Forge or whatever for the, for that sword, right? Do we have all the pieces, though? Yes, forge the blade. Oh, okay. Oh, I just want to leave. Let me out. What is the point of being able to quick travel to the forge and then not being able to quick travel out of the forge? Fine. Oh, you know what? It occurred to me. Ludgar, are you aware that we saved your kid? Well met, stranger. He scratches his head. Wait, I know you. You're the one that cracked this jelly jar in the first place. He laughs and claps you on the back. In that case, well met indeed. And thanks for the job. He leans forward to shake your hand. As he does, you notice that he's favoring his right leg, and his left hand is roughly bandaged. Shouldn't take too long, or I'll get an earful. He glances over his shoulder. You're Milo's father, are you not? Sure am. What's my little troublemaker got into this? Nothing, just curious. What happened to you? Bad hip that got worse after a night with Kolmar's rotgut. He laughs, but he was wincing too. It'll heal. Just gotta fix this place up before anything else falls apart. Okay, nothing else of value there. Yay. Fastest way out would be through this edge of the map. Let's go. You don't suppose you guys could clean up the dead bodies and the blood stains and, you know, the destroyed ransacked caravan down here? I mean, it's like 10 feet in front of the main entrance. Probably be a good idea. I mean, tell him that his kid was around a posse of wicks, I wouldn't want to say. But a few years from now, telling a guy that his kid managed to tame a posse of wicks is actually pretty badass. Right, Crucible Keep, first fires. That's going to take another day to get down there. Ah, thank God for Gamer Subs. I will get sponsored by them one day, I hope. That would be nice. Yes, all the way down here. Come on. Oh. Oh. I'm sorry? Chosen a poor time. This is, are you guys working for the Dominoes by any chance? This is, you're about to have a very bad time. You're all about to have a very bad time.
Let's go.
Can't believe they're still sending assassins after me. Oh my God. You know what? Yeah, scroll note. Yeah, it's them, isn't it? Yeah, it's the same thing all across. Set up gamer subs and lines and snort it. Oh god, that sounds horrible. It's the leaden key, is it? Oh, I mean, there's no indication.
Give me any more
Oh.
gifts and people will start thinking you're playing
Oh,
favorites.
shit. God damn it, it put it in there. God. I didn't mean to give it all to you. Or you. Bunch of worthless shit anyways. Probably standing where they can't pull back because of the way they operate. Yeah. They had a Wodekin hood. Ah, okay. I suppose that makes more sense after we did brutally massacre the entire Abdominal family, basically, so. You're getting assassins way below your weight class for years to come. You know, eventually they'll have to be like, you know, I don't think anyone's going to take this job because no one's stupid enough to do this anymore. I have found the pieces of this ancient sword. Do you think you could repair it?
Aye, it would be a privilege too. Not often you get to lay eyes on such fine craftsmanship.
He runs a calloused finger along the edge of one of the shards.
This blade will take some time, but I guarantee it'll be worth the wait. Finest work I've ever done, if I may say so. It's only a shame I can't take all the credit for it.
And that is the Blade of the Endless Paths, a two-handed S-stock. Superb, damage reduction bypass, 20% attack speed, and gains 10 accuracy granted to an ally attacking the same target. Not bad. An Adiran explorer once heard a legend of an Ingwithan tomb filled with the Dead Empire's greatest treasures. Dead set on making a name and a fortune for himself. He had one of the finest smiths in the Deerwood craft a blade worthy of the task. He descended into the place known as the Endless Paths of Ardnua, was never heard from again. His possessions were scattered by the strange evils that dwelled within, and his priceless blade was shattered. Sucks to be him.
Huh?
Lost 75 CP to bandits, 200 to the Earl, and collected 1400. Nice. Alright. Onward to the Burial Isle. We will not be taking the god's offer from the temple. We will be making our own goddamn choices. How do we get to the Burial Isle again? I don't actually remember. Old song? Okay. There we go. Oh, they had a boat. Okay. I guess it is an isle. I should have put that together. Occurs to me. Hold on. Yeah, they're gone. Did they go up to the... Did they actually go up to the temple? Hold on. I want to see this. Nothing new to report. Thank you. Hold on. I want to see if they actually go up there and have any dialogue. Quick detour. I mean, I certainly hope they're starting by cleaning up all the dead bodies. Oh, yeah, here they are.
What will you do now? We will rebuild the nest. It will take time. There's a lot to repair. And much to heal. But thanks to you, we'll do both. Both at the place most sacred to our goddess. Language is also sacred to our goddess. Is there something else you wish to speak of?
Nope, that's all I wanted. I figured there wouldn't be much, but I had to know. I wanted to know. Okay. Back to old song. Ah, there we go. There we go.
What brings you here?
A thin, ragged man stands waiting on the barge, leaning on the oar. A smile of greeting splits his withered features.
Been a very long time since an outsider sought passage to the Burial Isle.
The Burial Isle?
Sacred place. It sits upon the great works of the builders. There, by our ancestors, all our Anamfaths are laid to rest. Few go there, friend. It's not a place where the living walk.
Is it dangerous?
Dorvald nods solemnly. Those I bring to the island return the same way, or not at all. It's home only to the dead. Spirits, shades of the builders. They watch over the Anamfatha. They are bound to the island,
They protect it fiercely. I need to cross. Dorval inclines his head in acknowledgement. I will. Take care that you do not lose your footing. These waters have a fickle temper. For a lake? I have to imagine it has to do something with the spirits from the Ingwithans.
This does look like Theos' kind of place.
Oh. Oh, here we go
Do you
again.
remember when we were children, and the missionaries came to tell us about the gods? They told us we could see them in the stars.
Yovara looks off into the distance at something only she can see.
And we snuck out one night and climbed the watchtower in the old fort because we thought we could see them better from up there.
Tenman, I'm getting the feeling you really like that song because you referenced that in Rogue Trader too. What is your watcher's relationship with Yovara? I think I chose sibling, if I remember correctly. And my character has been, even the spirit has been exceedingly honest, both with Theos and with her, because we kind of picked up on a theme that lying in this universe is, like, one of the major themes of this game is that lying does not benefit anybody. Like, it will come back to bite you in the ass. The gods lying screws things up, people lying screws things up. Theos' entire life is built on lies, basically.
That fort burned down a few years ago when we cast the missionaries out. It was the missionaries who set fire to it. They didn't want us to be able to use it. Shame. There was history in that fort.
I will admit, I miss those days. It was an exciting time, and everything was full of promise. She looks at you. This is your home as much as it is mine. Do you worry about it? Our being here puts Kratom at risk. I wish I could say I thought otherwise, but hearing someone else say it helps to settle some things in my mind.
I miscalculated many things since this began. I'm relieved you weren't one of them. It's a good thing we didn't hang you.
She looks off.
I always knew this path would have consequences, but I never wanted to see Kratom suffer on my behalf. I don't think I can stay here any longer. I am told the Inquisition is gathering an army, that they have sent messengers to bargain with rulers from distant lands. Kratom is not built to withstand a siege. If war is coming, I should be doing what Theos is doing. I will need allies. Allies in a stronghold that can resist an invading army.
You can feel words formed long ago rising in your throat like a toxic bile. Have you thought about Oceanus?
Oceanus. They have held off many would-be invaders, and their king has no love of the Inquisition's faith. I wonder, would he listen?
So the vibe I'm really getting from some of this is that the Ingwithans were not a solidified empire by any extent. From the sound of it, they were a collection of city-states and a confederation of essentially micronations. But the Inquisition, the faith that they had, the religion that they had, was a unifying cultural force. And one that, over time, became ruthlessly tyrannical in its service of Wodica in order to enforce that cultural homogeneity. Oh dear, there's a lot of spirits.
I'll see what I can
Oh.
find.
Hello? That's interesting. Oh. Oh, not druids. Why? Not druids. Why? Paralyze the druid. Paralyze the druid. Please paralyze the druid.
I'm ready.
Need something?
There we go. Nope, focus him down. Focus him down. Or, oh god, I hate the teleportation. We kill him? Can we kill him? Please kill him. Thank you.
Let's go. Not even slowing it down.
There we go. Come on, finish him off. Finish him off. Thank you. It was probably Wodokin, but I think they worshipped all the gods. Yes, but given Theos's actions and everything we've seen, I would assume the Inquisition's primary concern was with Wodica. And enforcing Wodokan teaching. Plus, You can't tell me that Wotica doesn't sound like the kind of goddess
see
who would
what I can
absolutely have something called the Inquisition. Ooh, I'm sorry, the last blade of the White Forge? The famed White Forge of Durgan's Battery produced some of the greatest weapons and pieces of armor known in the Eastern Reach. The White Forge's dwarven smiths carefully guarded the secret techniques they used to craft Durgan steel, legendary for its strength, flexibility, ability to hold a sharp edge. When Durgan's battery was overrun by an unknown force, the fires of the White Forge went dark and the secrets of the steel died with its smiths. The owners of this sword was an Orlin from Twin Elms who claimed he found the naked blade near the skeleton of a dwarf in the foothills near Stalwart. Many were skeptical of his claims that it was Durgan's steel, but it bore the maker's mark of the White Forge. The Orlin had artisans from the Fisher Crane tribe create a guard, grip, and pommel to dress the blade, resulting in its unusual appearance. The proud owner's luck did not last long. He went missing somewhere near Elmshore shortly after receiving his finished sword. Many locals believe he'd been killed for his prize, but neither he nor his weapon were ever seen again. Yeah, I wonder how. Certain eyeless creatures, probably. Wotica is the patron saint of G-Men. Yep, no one expects the Hylian Inquisition. The Hylian Inquisition shows up to make sure that you're taking care of your kids properly and that your partner is able to give birth capably. Like, the Hylian Inquisition is like the nicest fucking people you can imagine. They just have the worst PR in the world. I mean, it's better than the Walian Inquisition, who show up, ask you some questions, then giggle to themselves and run off. Or the Gallowayne Inquisition that just kills things at random because survival of the fittest, rah. And the Magrin Inquisition just beats the shit out of each other until, and then calls it a trial. Please cast spell. Please cast spell. Please cast spell. I asked you, please cast spell. Thank you. That's it. Kill him. There we go. No more fucking druids. No more dryads. No, no, no. Stylish. Welcome, welcome. The Walian Inquisition shows up, tells you riddles, steals your homework, replaces it with someone else's homework that has very similar but not quite different answers, and then leaves. The Durantian branch of the Magronite Inquisition just starts shit.
Watcher, do you know the saying, don't start shit, won't be shit? Well, what if I want to start shit? What if I want to be shit, huh? Did you ever think of that? Consider it a trial from Magrin.
You venture through a doorway into the underground tunnel. A staircase coils upwards, leading to a dim passage. Clear the rubble with a pry bar. You wedge your pry bar against a large stone and pull it loose. Your effort dislodges the boulder and it rolls free with a heavy groan. Oh, for the love of... The slabs and chunks of debris begin to break away. The massive pile creaks and trembles, threatening to loose 1,000 pounds of stone on you. As the debris tumbles down, you lunge through the narrowing gap. Aloth isn't fast enough and disappears behind the falling rocks. It emerges from a cloud of dust, hunched over and cradling tendered ribs. Light breaks through the tunnel up ahead, growing brighter as you continue. Soon the passage ends, opening up high on the cliffside of the burial isle. God damn it, Aloth. Also, there was no point. We were gonna fight our way up here anyways. For fuck's sake. Oh look, camping supplies and bracers of deflection. Isn't that nice? Oh, hi everybody. Oh, good God. Could you please banish the Banshee? That would be great. Hold on. Just go ahead and paralyze the Phantom, I guess. There we go. There we go. You on there, you on there, you on there, and you two. Horavius, if you could just go ahead and summon that up for me, please. And we're all paralyzed. I love it. Thanks, game. Okay, apparently they're just ignoring my front line completely. There we go. What does that one even do? Oh my god, he has so many abilities. -4 constitution. Really doesn't matter. His health is already shit anyways. What should I put... Aloth, you fucking nerd, get some card. It keeps happening to him. Every single time we have one of those book events, he's the one that gets hit with something.
After I stole your sweet roll, that is your trial. You fucking nerd gets a... Watch out, I put laxatives in your soup. I have hidden the outhouse key somewhere in your keep. This is your trial, Watcher. Hey, I want to read the description. There we go. A towering stone figure is cold and slimy with fungal growth. Its horns look sharp enough to saw through lumber. Horns. It doesn't look like any Ingwithan statue we've seen. Is it a Glenfathan statue of sorts? That would make sense, I suppose. Mushrooms.
I'll stay out of sight.
I hope we get a scene at the beginning of the sequel where my character is just leaving Caed Nua and flips off Durance as he leaves. Also, those were all people tied up and being set to flame. That's not good. That's not good at all. Oh, will-o-wisps. That's actually nowhere near as bad as others. Okay, please drop out of stealth.
What?
Please drop out of stealth. Please. Oh, that's a lot of them. Oh,
What?
and then there's spirits, which means they're going to... Okay,
Hi.
Aloth. I'm gonna need you to... I'm gonna need you to do that. Durance, I'm gonna need you... Just drop the fucking hammer on them, please.
That's not very helpful.
Horavius. Lightning spells.
Yeah.
There we go. Kill him dead. Thank you. There we go. That went nice and easy. Okay, you can let up on the spell now. Thank you. Thank you.
Right.
That was a lot of dudes. Did not want to have to deal with that. Just some more shit. There's a cinematic that started a sequel, but I'm not saying what it is. Please do not, Tenwin. Thank you. Oh, Engwithan Adra Bon Amulet. +3. Finally, a next slot item that actually seems good. It's just a shame that we don't really have anybody to put it on, so... Honestly, we could... Honestly, yeah, hold on. Do I have might on him anyway? He does have a +2 to might on there, so it wouldn't... yeah. I don't care. I'm not wasting time on inventory management when we're almost at the end of the fucking game. It's not worth it. I'm sorry. Who was that? Yeah, I was about to say, I saw you. Don't know what you're doing out here all by your lonesome. You're at the end of the game and way over leveled. I'm fine with that. I had enough issues with the DLC part 2. I'm fine with having a slightly easier time in the end game. The Grotto of... Oh, hi. Standing proud and still, mighty Amawan before you is smiling broadly, showing several crooked and missing teeth. Sporting the physique of a man in his prime, his worn and weathered face appears far too old for the rest of his body. He's dressed in an assortment of stitched hides and furs, assembled from a motley of animals. Dangling from his belt are a series of grisly scalps, braided lengths of human, Adiran, Dwarven, and Orlan hair woven about finger bones. He sizes you up with a grin, but his gaze quickly locks with Horavius, and he tilts his head as he examines the Orlan head to toe.
What do they call you, little one? You smell familiar, but your name is unknown to me.
I am Horavius, child of the Fisher Crane, adept of the Hawk and Ivy, wanderer of Eretha. Too formal?
Horavius steps forward, folding his arms and speaking as he puffs out his chest. His voice is loud and triumphant, though as soon as he's done introducing himself, he takes a step back and whispers something else to you. The man ahead of you clears his throat, a feline-like rumble coming from his chest, and for a moment, his hair stands perfectly on end.
Horavius. Fitting.
He holds out his right hand and flexes his fingers. Long black talons sprout from under filth-encrusted fingernails. He rolls his head back and inhales deeply, sighing with a smile at some perceived scent.
Needed to bring friends with you.
I'm gonna stay silent. I want to see how this pans out. You allow your eyes to relax until your mind is attuned to the invisible hum of the soul essence. The Amawa projects a dizzying display, red, gold, orange, autumn halos surrounding his massive form. Where his feet touch the ground, you see a network of roots and veins that trail from his feet and sink deep into the earth. Turning to Haravius, you see glowing roots emerging from his feet as well, appearing as a mere image to the tendrils radiating from this Skathden. These roots of soul energy meet between the two men, snake deep into the earth along one twisted root path. You sense that these men have distinct souls, but one shared past. The two men are a splayed fork in an otherwise unbroken line. The two of you share the same paths, though you carry distinct souls. A shared past. Skathden scratches a patch of fur on his cheek. An elegant analogy. Who I was in my last life was diminished in my cycle of rebirth, squandered so that this runt could have life. Runt? Haravius' brow furrows. He clenches his fist so tightly you hear a cacophony of crackling finger joints. And it's not your soul. Well, it's not. It's not exactly. His anger falters as he stumbles over his thought. Were you visited by the Autumn Stalgar? Visited? Tested? Forged? That could be a way to view it. Skathden looks at Haravius with a sneer. I previously thought it was a mark of distinction, but apparently even a half-height, half-man can manage the task. Takes away some of the glory, does it not? Half-man? Haravius glares back, his good eye twitching and his fur standing on end. That's some really tough talk coming from a man about to choke on his own blood. I could just imagine Adir off to the side being like, hey, I'm the only one who gets to unintentionally insult Haravius. That's my job. What do you want with Haravius? The same as he wants from me, no doubt. Completion. He exhales slowly, eyeing Haravius as his nostrils flare. Galawain gifted us both with stripes of the pure predator. It is our purpose to erase the weak, to ensure only the strong proliferate. Adir standing aside, slowly applauding. Impressive wordplay, Haravius. This man is being very intentional. That is true. But that's Adir's point. It's like, I get to unintentionally insult Haravius. Everybody else who does actually do it gets fed their own fucking cheeks. We're gonna shove this sword down your throat. Haravius. Oh no, I haven't read that. He mashes his fists together with a meaty thud. We must honor our god. He looks at Haravius' eye patch and shakes his head. My god, by doing as the hound demands. Let us determine who bears the right to be Galawain's harbinger. Haravius, is this what you want? Haravius growls. His fur bristles and for a moment shines with luminescent tendrils of yellow and orange essence. I asked to be a hunter, a regular hunter that gets invited to chase down dinner and eat its neck. I didn't ask for this. Oh, interesting. We've been trying to tread the path between the two, but that doesn't appear to be an option. We've got to push him to side with one or the other. In the end, You asked Galawain for strength. You're angry you got more than you wanted? I suppose you're right. His face turns red at your comment and he looks down at his feet. I lacked strength and I asked Galawain for help. The lesson he taught? Don't ask. Take. His hand darts about his tunic, retrieving his Rustern Iron Hound amulet from the recesses of his pockets. I was mad at my god, at Galawain, when I should have been mad at myself. I was gifted with power, great power, and I squandered my energy resenting the cost of that gift. Losing contact with my tribe was the price I paid for demanding power. He runs his thumb across the embossed metal icon of Galawain, his nails scraping aside a decade of rust and muck. My watcher friend. His voice is low, almost rumbling. I need to settle this matter. And with that, he leaps towards Skathden. Okay, well, let's immediately go ahead and get the Returning Storm going. Let's get Adir over here dealing with the Stalgar. Give me a buff. Aloth, go ahead and give me... Wait for it. There we go. Pop it right there. And then go ahead and give me a Bounding Missile centered on him as well. I will go ahead and... let's just start detonating.
I'm ready.
Go ahead and throw on the debuff. Go ahead and... he's paralyzed for 6 more seconds. Go ahead and knock that one on his ass. What else have we got? Nothing. Let's start hitting things. Haravius, you can run in and start attacking. There we go. Well, he exploded. There we go. Haravius pants and wheezes. His one good eye is locked on Scathlin's corpse. Blood and sweat drip from his fur, and he rocks back and forth on the balls of his feet as though expecting the body to stand back up. Examine the corpse. As your eyes relax and your vision adjusts to the hum of the invisible, you see a swirling pile of red, orange, and yellow leaves. The cyclone of foliage flies apart, and the leaves drift off into parts unknown. As Scathlin's essence fades from view, you see a handful of autumn leaves circle about Haravius, his soul glowing a bolder shade of orange. Gotta love giving your enemies. It does have a satisfaction to it, especially when you're using a goddamn hammer made from Abaddon's own forge hammer. Haravius, how do you feel?
Excellent. I endured Galawain's trial and vanquished my equal. The only thing I regret now are the years I wasted viewing this whole thing as a curse. The ostracism was, no doubt, just another way of Galawain forcing me to be stronger.
Haravius slowly nods and smiles after a long pause. He paces a few times around Scathlin's body, his gait proud and relaxed. So, are we done here?
Almost. We thank thee, Galawain, for guiding our hunt. For today we grow strong off the flesh of the weaker. I think we're done here.
He speaks all of this as he kneels before Scathlin's body, bowing his head, quietly chanting the words, though you can barely make them out. When he's finished, he stands up, straightens his tunic, and smiles at you with a nod.
Before the vultures get to him, figured I should take a reminder.
As he starts to walk away, he abruptly swirls on his feet, muttering to himself. He walks over to Scathlin's corpse and places his hand in the dead man's mouth, tugging with all of his might. Tendons and cartilage rip and tear with a wet and grisly eruption of blood, until at last the man's mandible is torn free. He says this all with a blushing smile as he examines his newly blood-soaked trophy. Oh, I thought that would have counted as an item or something for him to equip, but okay. The mandible. Yes, right. The mandible. Oh, Trader's Merit. Once owned by an Adiran lord named Yendril, Trader's Merit earned its title during the War of Defiance. Yendril's troops, beaten and shattered by Hadrat's forces, knew they were on the losing side of the war. Yendril called for parley and struck an accord. His soldiers would take up arms for Hadrat in return for clemency. Yendril then turned his weapon as the remaining forces upon his former allies, flanking them as they focused their attention upon Hadrat. Caught unawares, the remaining Imperial forces suffered terrible losses in the ensuing chaos. Despite his efforts, neither Yendril nor his troops lived to see the end of the war. His infamy, however, survives, and he is not fondly remembered by those on either side of the conflict. Not surprised. Yep, two-handed poleaxe and some basic equipment. Don't know if that's better than a scalp. I mean, in some ways, it's a bit less grisly because the mandible is still a bone, so you can clean it up, and a bone is way less grisly than, you know, dried human top of head skin, I guess is the best way to put it. Let's see here. There we go. All right, I do believe that is everything. Yep, let's make our way back up to these steps. Yep, did block passage, we did all that. Ader, you can deal with the bruised ribs for a while, okay? All right, here we go. Oh, random souls again. There it is. Yep.
Another turn, Inquisitor.
Theo signals some unseen attendant standing beside a large crank.
I ask again, Jovara Ixensios, do you confess to these heresies of which you stand accused?
He awaits, but Jovara only stares straight ahead, her face stony, the creak of her restraints the only sound. Okay, the point of no return. I was wondering what the hell you were typing, Tenwin.
Do you confess to apostasy?
I confess to renouncing a mistake.
She opens her mouth to speak, strands of thin spittle spanning from one lip to the other like a spider's threads.
Do you confess to conspiracy against the one true faith?
I confess to opening minds.
Okay, Yovara, I see what you're trying to do here. I don't think Theos gives a shit about the distinction between these phrases. He's still going to fucking kill you.
Do you confess to false prophecy?
I confess to following a false prophet.
Indeed. And where might we find this heretic?
Theos pauses, his eyes narrowing.
He wears the robes of a Grand Inquisitor.
You have no followers here, heretic. Your lies hold no sway in the court of the penitents.
Theos purses his lips. Worse than kill? I mean, given the nature of this world, yeah, I imagine it's something to do with her soul.
Only my truth, then.
Eovara seems to look directly at you.
Another turn.
Theos nods to the Inquisitor at the crank.
No! Wait! Wait! I'm ready. I'm ready.
You are ready to give a confession?
Theos signals the Inquisitor to hold.
I'm ready to hear one from you.
Yovara grasps for breath, gathering up what little strength she has left to speak. Theos shakes his head and points at the other Inquisitor, and the scraping grind of rusted gears echoes in your mind as the apparitions fade away.
When you get to the bottom, holler up here. Let me know if it's safe.
Bold of you to assume that you won't be jumping in alongside me, Adir. Alright, let's do a hard save here. A great pit lies in the shadow of the statue of Worika. No light from the surface reaches the bottom. But even so, you catch flickers of a ghostly glow deep within the depths. A wind from the pit buffets you. It isn't cold, but it raises goose flesh along your arms. The wind carries a whisper, low and sibilant. As you look into the pit, souls gather around you. They encase you in a cloud of essence that begins to swirl about your body as you consider your next move. We've come this far. Let's go. You run and jump, trusting in the promises of the pantheon of gods and the power of the souls to bear you to safety. The sudden drop takes your breath away. The souls catch you, encasing you in a shining, thrumming aura. But while they slow your descent, you still feel that you are falling faster than you should. The essence flowing around you is strong but chaotic, and you find yourself drifting towards the far wall. I'm assuming that's Haravi's talking, because that sounds like something Haravi's...
Mind the wall, Savani. That'll leave all kinds of marks.
Take control of the souls. Guide yourself to safety. Concentrating, you focus on the essence around you and knit it together in your mind. What was a jumble of souls becomes a singular, coordinated, and purposeful entity. It steers you to safety at the center of the pit. You manage to spread your arms and legs into an X shape, steadying your position and the rate of your descent. And finally, you reach the Court of Penitence, the millennia-old stones safely under your feet. No, I don't care. Theos isn't getting a benefit out of this. I have gone through all of this fucking shit and all of this shit for this game. He can learn to get fucking bodied. I had a goddamn debate with the fucking goddess.
Seems like an eternity.
I will deal with his shit.
Descent comes to an abrupt end. You remain still for a moment while your heart settles and your eyes adjust, breathing in stale, forgotten air. Before you, a narrow and eroded walkway becomes faintly visible in the dim light, cutting a winding path through a cavern so expansive it seems a world unto itself. In the distance, you can make out the cold gleam of living Adra veins that spike and fork in and out of view from the murky depths beneath. Their glow a faint and fleeting guide along the ancient trail. You look above at the opening you jumped through, now barely a speck of light like some distant star alone in the cosmos and forever out of reach. Your only way lies ahead.
Send him to the Family Guy death pose. No. No, Lord Brown Bear. If I had put it into equal level, it would be Family Guy death pose. We're sending him to the Yamcha death pose.
Well, that
Oh,
went better
and there's
than
just
I
spikes
expected.
I think
everywhere.
that statue of Woodica was watching us soil ourselves on the way down.
Everyone all right? No shattered knees? Good. Just me then.
You're fine, Adair. Aloth's got bruised ribs from earlier, and he's okay.
Worth a look.
Ah, yes, traps. I shouldn't be surprised at all. Ooh, there's enigmatic whispers in the background of the music. Hold on, let me listen to this. Ooh, very nice. That is some nice sound work. A millennium's worth of dust has filled in the cracks and crevices of this skeletal relief. I'd imagine that's supposed to be Bereth, then. And yeah, the male and female figure, one on each side. That would be my guess. Oh boy, spirits.
Worth a look.
And traps, because of course. Alright, deal with the shade.
Very helpful.
Why is it...
Let's go.
Ow. Oh, for the love of... Of course they fucking patrol... Oh, an Adramat.
It's no use.
Okay, Aloth, you would please shut up all these spirits in the rear. Thank you. Thank you. Elgina, if you'd be so kind, go ahead and just zap this guy.
That's it!
Thank you. Go ahead and paralyze. Where the fuck are all you coming from? Durance, give him a hand back here. Pelagina, get back here and give him a hand. We'll deal with these guys. There we go. Much better. Stop stunning my wizard, damn it. Yes, indeed, brother. The worst fate we can inflict. Okay, so there's still some Adra animats around here. Oh, that's more of those white Adra fragments from we saw in the other place. The pillar tugs at your essence. A pulse from the world itself moves through it. Braith Amon. Interesting. That's another trap taken care of. All right, come on, come on. Just get out of the out of that, would you please? Yep, let her take care of that. Aloth, if you could move closer, please. Can we? There we go. There we go. There we go. Get him while it's good. Clear him out. Stop attacking Aloth with stun spells. God damn it. Aggravating little pieces of shit, ain't they?
Keeping an eye out.
Finished.
Oh. Can't escape me. Give me that. The pillar tugs at your essence. Yeah, same description. Okay, fine. Adra Animat. Another Adra Animat. Drop out. When I tell you to drop out, just drop out a fucking stealth game. Go ahead and knock him on his ass.
Helpful.
Go after the vessels. Aloth, go ahead and right there, please. There we go. Good damage, good damage. Go ahead and... Can we detonate? We can detonate. Wow, did that thing just get back up at full health? Yeah, fuck you, Pelagina insta-killed you.
Need something?
Go ahead and throw on a healing spell. Please attack. Come on. Ravius, don't chase after him to the back of the enemy line. That's a bad idea.
Let's go.
Oh my god. Die! Fucking stay down. Bloody hell, are you all gonna get back up? Come on. Why is it not dead? There we go. Very glad we brought Pelagina with her sword. Not much around here for you. There's virtually no loot here at the end that is actually... I mean, it's the end of the game, so I certainly hope they wouldn't put anything down here that, like... It'd be kind of a dick move if they did that.
Finished.
Yeah, exceptional brigandine. Anything over here? Nope.
Eyes open.
Just because it's not useful doesn't mean I ain't gonna loot it. Oh, there's straight up essence coming off of that thing. Oh. Hello? Game? There we go. Okay. Whew. I thought something had gone wrong there for a moment. A column of Adra rises above you, stoic and silent. Its rigid layers a measuring stick for the passing of ages, of aeons. It feels to you as a thick block of ice, and you perceive buried deep in its core a dim, flickering flame, all but extinguished, yet preserved against the ravages of the elements. As you approach, the flame seems to steady and draw strength, and the layers separating it from you melt away, and you are bathed in its glow, a bright beacon in the gloom. Even as the glow begins to fade, as though you adjusted to its intensity, and where it was, Yovara seeps into existence, an idyllic shade hovering near the moist prison floor. Though ageless, she appears somehow different to you now. There is a slight stoop to her carriage, perhaps, or a trace of sunkenness in her eyes. There is a broad scar across her face, fibrous and wormy where flames once lapped, unhealed, even in death.
Hello, brother. It has truly been ages. You are so different now from who you were then, yet much remains the same. Old troubles with a new face. What is it that has brought you here?
It would seem that I have unfinished business here.
I'd hoped after our last discussion you would find what you sought. Has it eluded you all this time? I can only guess your presence here has something to do with Theos. The energy of this place changes when he is near. I don't know what he has done, but I do know of the souls that pass through here now. They do not come by choice.
Theos diverted them from the cycle and the wheel. He seeks to empower Wodika, and in the process to blame the practice of animancy for the damage he's caused, the only practice that might be able to undo what he's done.
After all this time, he would still stand against the tide.
You knew me when Theos did. There's something I need to know about that time.
I will tell you what I remember.
There's something about that lifetime that my soul will not let go of. I need to know what it is, and I know I'm running out of time. I see more moments from that life, of you, of the Inquisition, and of Theos.
I can see his influence, still hanging like a weight about your neck. So it always was. He had inspired something in you. We spoke of him the last time you were here also. It was just after the trial. You were agitated. I think because you started to consider that what I was teaching may have been true.
And what was that? Yovara's mouth tightens, her brow furrows. There's a look of pity. Her eyes shift back and forth between each of yours, as if looking for something that would help her decide whether to speak.
That the gods aren't real.
I'm sorry?
Pelagina throws her head back and laughs gleefully.
Of course not. It all makes sense.
I'd dreaded the idea from the moment the Delimgon suggested it. And yet, it almost feels like a relief.
So your theory about lies and honesty? Yeah. So essentially, it's the entire universe that's lying.
She's not serious.
Hey, dear, calm down. I know, you're an Aothasian. Just calm down for a moment.
Perhaps not to her. Many are those whom the gods have scorned. This is petty retribution.
Nonsense! Clearly she has not been on the receiving end of a god's ire. She'd know how real the gods can be.
For obvious, her ghost still has the scars of the things that killed her. I think she's very well aware, thank you very much.
What I taught was that the gods whose faith we had been spreading were not gods at all, but something else entirely. Something created by people.
Created these gods? And for what?
They were conceived by Engwith, a society of high minds and broad concerns. Theos' people. In their time, every people worshipped its own gods. Sometimes they warred over it. After a few wars of their own, the Engwithans sought an end to it. They devoted all their energy to finding the true creators.
The Society of High Minds and Broad Concern. Their people worship in their time, every people worship their own gods, and sometimes they warred over it. After a few wars of their own, the Engwithans sought to end it. Hold on.
Generation after generation, they prodded and worked the stitching of the world and unlocked its secrets. One day, they found an answer. Except the answer was no answer at all. There were no gods to be found. Or if there ever were, they were gone. It shook them, this finding. If they could discover this on their own, how long until others would? How long before war and chaos reigned over a world without consequence? But they had mastered many things in their pursuit of these answers. And with their mastery, they crafted their own gods to fill the void, and sent missionaries to the corners of the world to spread their faith.
Oh, the delicious irony. They created the Pantheon, and one of the first things that one of the Pantheon did, Andra, was come to the conclusion that their knowledge, the knowledge that gods don't exist and that they can be created, had to be removed from the world. Oh, the delicious fucking irony. So you started your own faith.
I never thought of it as faith, but I think you are right to call it that. Let the world see. Let them decide what to do. That was my faith. I became a missionary because the gods brought me hope that I wanted to bring to others. For a time, the truth sent me to a dark place. Then the day came when I realized nothing had changed, that I still had a purpose, and the purpose was the same and it was worth living for. I began questioning the other missionaries in public, exposing their parlor tricks. In time, their following became mine.
Oh, this even puts a different spin on what Aothas was doing. Aothas wasn't just trying to stop Theos and the problems with the wheel and Wotica. Aothas might have been getting involved because he knew that someone like us would emerge to face Theos. Someone who could uncover the truth. Something that even he wouldn't want uncovered. Oh, this is good. This is good. Oh, and it explains so much. It explains... Oh, it's why the gods are so petty in this universe. Why Whale is so split on everything. Why Wotica is so obsessed with things. Why Magrin is obsessed with trials. Why Galawain is nothing but survival of the fittest. Skane is betrayal. And Rimmergand is just entropy. They're all just so... They're still so human despite embodying primordial aspects. And I had wondered about the contrast with that. Because usually in traditional polytheism, the more like natural a god, the less human they are. The more tied they are to like a natural thing or to a force of the universe, the more likely they are to be a force of nature. In the ancient Greek pantheon, the Titans were essentially that. They were primordial constructs of the universe. But here, despite representing primordial things, the laws of nature, conflict, struggle, death, betrayal, they were still so human and, as Andra proved, so fucking petty. How did you discover this?
The Engwithan missionaries all knew it, but they never told the rest of us. They meant it to be a secret that died with them, and in the end, they allowed their bloodlines to fade from memory. I had been assigned to join a few of them at a temple. I found the door to their chambers closed, but the room was stone and the door thin. Their voices carried. I heard enough. I investigated the things they spoke of, and everything was there, just as they said it'd be.
At the same time, it should probably say something about the Ingwithans that Skane even exists. Well, as I said, the Ingwithans, from what else we gathered, were not a unified empire in the traditional sense. Again, this religious mission that they went on seems to have been their primary cultural unity, but their political unity seems to have been non-existent. So it doesn't surprise me, and they practiced slavery, we know that. And they were brutal authoritarians when it came to their religion, so the idea of Skane existing doesn't surprise me in the slightest. But this is interesting because what she's saying here actually makes me believe that the Ingwithans might have also shot themselves in the foot. The creation of Bareth and the... Well, no, because souls would have had to have been reincarnated anyways before Bareth emerged. So the wheel was already a practice. The reincarnation cycle was already set in motion. The question is, what was governing it? Because if Bareth wasn't around, then something else must have been either guiding it, or it must have been simply a natural principle that the entire world abided by. Which, of course, invites people to investigate it, because it's a natural phenomenon. People are going to go looking and asking questions. They're going to go poke it with a stick.
Later on, after I left the Order, a few Ingwithans found my words persuasive and joined my cause. They revealed what I did not already know.
Is it true, then, what you taught?
You asked me this once before. Nothing I can say would be any proof, and it may be certainty your soul craves. Resolution. But if you are bound for the same place Theos directs these souls, you will see for yourself, as you once did. Everyone faces this truth at one time or another. Few confront it. Few have the stomach to ask what if. And in avoiding the question, they deny themselves an identity of their own.
Yovara scans her audience in silence, her eyes thoughtful, lingering upon each member of your company in turn, finding interest in things unseen.
What if all the tragedy, all the persecution, came in defense of an imposter?
She looks to Adir first.
But that's not... That can't be right. Aethys, he's done miracles for people.
The power of the gods is undeniable. The truth of the story they weave is not.
And this ties back into the magical system. Everything in this universe that's magical is tied to soul essence, whether it be godlike powers, arcane abilities, cipher capabilities, it's all tied to soul essence. I'm sorry, Adir. Yes, Aothus may have performed miracles, but that doesn't make him a god. It just means he knows how to manipulate powerful amounts of essence. That's all it means.
What if it were forbidden knowledge rather than fault that earned your doom? What of your guilt?
She turns next to Durance.
I have seen with my own eyes the deceptions of my goddess. The Watcher has shown me as much. But it was not until now that I understood how truly desperate she was. The depths of her deception.
Of course. Because in order to stop Aothus from getting involved, Magrin was forced to utilize knowledge that could kill a god. But if you can kill a god, then is it a god? Which meant that everyone who designed the Godhammer had to die. And everyone involved in the project had to die to ensure that that knowledge could never again be spread.
You speak of her deceptions, but what of your own? Was it her words that led you down your path? Or was it the absence of her words? A gap that you filled with your own broken thoughts?
Beads of sweat coalesce upon Durance's forehead and trickle down the sides of his face in streaming rivets, as though he were a block of ice standing before a great pyre.
What if you had always been alone, without guidance?
She turns next to Ayla.
Well, as poorly as I've chosen my guides, I suppose it would be a comfort to know that I'm free of them.
Aloth folds his hands behind his back, furrowing his brow. Honestly, yeah, Aloth's got the least to lose in this situation. Dude was already kind of lost and questioning his entire life story at this point, and had accidentally fallen in with the leaden key to begin with. But it's not like he was a Wodekin fanatic or anything. Aloth's probably taking this the best of the entire group right now, honestly.
The freedom has always been. It was the guidance that was the illusion. What if neither guide knew the way? How then would you choose a course?
He turns round to Haravius, and his ears twitch as her eyes fall upon him.
Well, I suppose I would always choose that which makes me stronger. But instead of doing it because Galawain wishes it, I do it merely because I wish it for my own life. Oh, Galawain, know that your humble servant was speaking rhetorically.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, that's the thing. Even some of the gods wouldn't necessarily disagree with what she's saying. Galawain, for example, if Galawain's followers found strength by no longer worshipping him but still following his teachings, if Magrin's followers did not worship her but still sought out challenges, then at least on a philosophical level, they still win. But other gods, though, other gods without worship would have problems. Skane cannot exist without the constant need for betrayal, uprisings, and death. Rimmergand can't exist. Well, I suppose entropy does always exist, but Rimmergand would not be nearly as powerful if people did not actively understand that the soul is slowly worn down over time. And yes, Wodaka is the most important. Without believers, hers just doesn't work at all. And as the goddess of oaths, of oaths and swear, or what's the word I'm looking for? Oaths and binding and what's the word I'm looking for? Contracts, essentially. If anyone reneges on those, if the connection between mortals and gods is that mortals worship gods and gods in turn bestow power on mortals through the power of soul essence, then mortals turning away from a god and choosing not to worship it, not taking the soul essence, in and of itself begins to destroy her power.
What if even mastery over all things cannot answer the most basic of questions?
He considers Pallegina.
I stopped asking those questions long ago. It is enough to care for those we love with the time we have in this life.
Curiously, not every god is an option for cleric. Interesting, I didn't even consider that. Oh, you think that's mostly game-related? I could see that too. You feel the weight of Eovara's translucent eyes once more upon your soul. What if we can be assured of nothing? Hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's Abaddon's response. That's Galawain's. That's Bareth's. That's Wales. That's Rimmergand's. Fewer people who realize it, the better. Is that Andra or... it's Andra or Wodaka, I think. I don't know.
You don't need to. Everything you choose to do in light of it will be your answer. I ask these things not to trouble you, but to show why they must be confronted. No answer is simple, but somewhere between them all lies a truth so beautiful, not even a god could conceive it. Do we not owe ourselves a chance to find our part in it?
We do. Even without assurances. This reality, this world, it exists. And if it exists, then there is still truth.
If that is truly what you believe, then you are a far different person than the one I knew.
Well, what can I say? I'm tired of the lies, one way or the other.
I've been alone here with my thoughts for so long now. I've found peace with my failures and with my punishment. I no longer curse fate for what might have been. But there is one thing that has clawed and scraped at my mind all these years. One thing that will not be put to rest until I know. Until I understand.
For the first time, there are hints of doubt tracing her serene visage.
I need to know why you chose to remain with the Inquisition, even after you'd learned the truth. Do you remember?
As she asks, the memory springs to your mind immediately, as though it had just happened. Obviously no. Though there is some delicious irony in that. I mean, it's horrible, but there is some delicious irony in that. God, it makes me wonder if you could do like a cruel, honest playthrough and just really just be like, oh yeah, I'm totally on board with what you're saying about there being no assurances, including to this. That'd be kind of a dick move, but also kind of hilarious in a morbid kind of way. So hold on. That just isn't an answer. Or maybe it is. I don't know. I was afraid of what Theos might do to me if I didn't agree to do it. So that's personal. Like, that's just selfish. I was afraid of harm that came to me, so I harmed you instead. Your capture brought me glory. This is also selfish. This is just the love of glory and wealth. Wanted to please the gods, which we know are false now. Yeah, this game has some Kino dickhead dialogue. Yes, we have noticed. I have not picked many. I think I've picked one or two when it's really called for it, but overall I haven't. But it really feels like if you were gonna do it right, it would be a cruel, stoic, honest character. You'd aim for those three because it's like your character is very, very brutally pragmatic. Should have done it at the Abbey. I was tempted. I was sorely fucking tempted. To be fair, it might not have been in the character dialogue options, but I'd like to think during the Abbey portion, I gave Andra herself enough of a talking down during that stream. God, that was glorious. I was so happy to be like, you stupid bitch. I think my next one's going to be aggressive. Don't know about cruel yet. As I said, cruel sometimes is just a bit much, because some of the cruel options are just petty fucking cruelty. I almost feel like it should be this one. Still stuck on character creation screen, know what I mean? God, don't get me started. You don't want to know. I have something like 80 plus hours in Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous, and I've never made it past Act 3 because I keep resetting, going back to the character creation screen, redoing a character over and over and over again. I resented you.
I think maybe I suspected. I just didn't want to believe it. Not from you. When you showed up at my camp that day, I thought it would be like it had been before. I was careless. If you resented me then, I bear the blame.
Don't forget you'll have the option for multi-class in the sequel. Yep, and I'm still debating between Pure Cipher, Paladin Cipher, and Rogue Cipher, because those are the three that I'm really kind of liking the idea of.
The things I taught, the things I believed, I needed to hear that. I needed to know it wasn't because...
Because I thought Theos was right. I needed to know it wasn't because, after everything you'd learned, you'd still rather believe in a lie. If that is the conclusion people reach once they know everything, then my purpose was a mistake. In my opinion, really matters so much to you. Which is really freaking ironic. Yes. But I see it as Inquisitor seeking out lies. That would be kind of that would be hilariously ironic. Did my opinion really matter so much to you?
I've always looked up to you, since we were children. You had heard both sides, seen everything. If not you, then who?
As much as I agree with you, Yovara, you're never going to be able to convince everyone of something, true or not. There will always be those who dissent.
I expected dissent, but I needed to know that true faith would prevail. Perhaps I've been wrong to place so much importance on one person's actions. It was all I could do to feel like there was an answer. Even knowing what you've told me, some part of me knows it doesn't truly answer what I wished to know, nor will an eternity of silent contemplation. I will have only my guesses and suspicions, and that will have to do. And what of your understanding of our past? Are you at ease with the choice you made?
I see the world differently now than I once did. The information, the knowledge you've given me. It may not have been my direct hand that did this to you, but I do regret that it happened. I wish for forgiveness.
I have always forgiven you. Whatever your reason, no quarrel of ideas can sever ties of blood and essence. No parting of ways can erase memories of times without worry. Times when even without gods, we were never truly alone. At first I thought this might be the source of your soul's anguish. But now I see I was mistaken. You are not divided on this matter. You have put it behind you. It is with Theos that your agony lies, in sun and shadow. Your questions are not for me, but for him. And it may be that only an answer from the mouth of Theos himself will satisfy your needs.
Is it Inquisitor once again? You could see which one was the evil sibling. I mean, to be fair, we turned her over to be tortured by the Inquisition. There was kind of no doubt about which one of us was the more fucked up.
Yet if there is anything I can tell you that would be of use, ask and you shall know.
Are you bound here until the end of time?
In a matter of speaking. This is Braeth Yamen, the court of the penitents. Souls are confined here until they repent. They must beg the forgiveness of a god, pledge their soul to them, and they will be lifted from this place to the world above. In truth, they receive leniency, but not true mercy. The spite of Woodica is eternal. They linger above, at the side of the old court, and are not permitted to leave the island, forever severed from the cycle.
It's hard to maintain a pro-god narrative after... I mean, pretty much impossible. At this point, the only god that kind of... There's two gods that kind of get a pass from me, and that's Hyleia and Bareth. Bareth because it seems to be related to the wheel, and the wheel precedes the Ingwithans discovering the truth. So something existed before that. Either Bareth was an aspect of it, or Bareth is it and simply transformed into a god thanks to the Ingwithans' practices. The other is Hyleia, just because, as we even saw with Hyleia speaking to Pallegina in Twin Elms, Hyleia's whole thing is just go live your life. Just go live your life. Like, the goddess of childbirth blessed a woman who is now devoted solely to being a warrior because she knew that woman would want to be a warrior. The gods can literally call down the moon if they so. Exactly. The gods themselves are just made. That doesn't make them less powerful. Well, and it's a matter of, to use a related term in the real world, it's a matter of power politics. It's a matter of pragmatism. It's a matter of realpolitik. They are not gods, but they have the power of gods, and we have to deal with that. The thing is, though, we also know, as a watcher, and having communicated with the gods in the temple, there are also limits to their power. And yes, Andra did throw a moon at the world, but that was also one of the last times the gods let her do something like that. And it seems that in almost all other cases recently, they have had to act through mortals. This is what makes Theos so powerful, because he keeps returning over and over again, the same servant of Woedica for all time. Whereas the other gods have to constantly scramble to get their fucking house in order every time they need to do something. I mean, you can't tell me that the God Hammer sounded like a particularly well thought out plan if Magrin's final step was, oh, and then everyone who worked on it dies in the explosion. That sounds more like, oh shit, Aothas is causing a problem. I need to come up with a solution. Big boom. It sounds like the gods can be just as panicked as anybody else. And indeed, between the God Hammer on Magrin's side and Andra throwing a goddamn moon at Abaddon's head, yeah, I think they're a little short-sighted. And also, to be fair, Tenwin, I think Lord Brownbear was speaking specifically of pro-god narrative as far as, like, story-wise. Like, it's hard to justify being pro the gods unless you're very much in favor of, well, the gods are powerful. Power, essentially, if you buy might makes right, then I guess you could follow that. You could even argue, given the devastation the gods can unleash, that you have to follow that, but we'll see.
This prison was full once in the days of the Inquisition, but time weathers all things, even will. I'm the only tenant who remains. Yet, I feel their presence strongly now, as it was in the beginning. You have brought many of them here. They cry out for the judgment of Theos. You have struck some bargain with the gods, then.
The gods have sent these souls to aid me because they want Theos destroyed. but I have sworn no oath, and I owe them no debts.
They aid you because they would bend you to their own purposes. Engwith built gods from ideals, and an ideal on its own is a grotesque and vicious thing.
Could have at any point said one thing to Radric, or to his priest, so that at the very least she could have on record his actions didn't earn her favor, but never did. Even that, the gods don't act, they rarely even communicate. That is true. It is true. And as we've seen with Durance's story, when the gods do choose to communicate, it is entirely for their own reasons. Which again, throws a lot of speculation on what in the hell Aothus was doing with Widewin before the story started.
But these souls, these forgiven the gods have bequeathed you like chattel. They were loyal followers in life. They will be with you to the very end.
Would you repent? Would there be a way for you to be free of this place?
Last time someone asked me that, I was bound to an iron wheel with a broken spine. There are many things I've come to doubt about the choices I made in life, but that trial was my one moment of certainty, even without a chorus of gods to tell me I had been right. The gods need to be reminded that we have a spirit, and that spirit is proof against their power. They have the power to manipulate and confuse and ruin us, but not to change our will. I will remain here until the world crumbles and fades from existence, with joy in my heart, knowing I've shown them what they truly are.
Never knew you could come down here without swearing an oath. Yeah, when we were doing the conversations with that, this was before you gave us a follow and a watch, Brown Bear. But yeah, I was already having those doubts when we were in the conversation with them. And part of me was just like, wait a second. There's nothing here that's telling me I have to take an oath, so why would I? Tell that to Whale or Andra, yeah. This place, sun in shadow. What is it? I could tell you what I believe, but I have no proof. I have only what I have seen and what others have told of me. There's only one man who can tell you the truth of it, who knows it to a certainty, and you will face him soon enough. I will leave you to see it for yourself, make your own judgments. Better for your soul that way, I think. They don't have the power to change our will, glances at Abby, sure. Yeah, but I mean, that seems to be the lie that the gods tell themselves, that the mortals can't change what they do. But in reality, they can. Again, that's why the Godhammer is so... it's why Magrin had to destroy all evidence of the Godhammer. It was proof, even if you count the Godhammer as being having made with divine assistance, it was still proof that the creations of a mortal could thwart the will of a god, in this case Aothus, by quite literally blowing him to hell. How is it you speak Adiran? I speak no language now but the wordless expressions of the spirit. It is through my connection to you that I draw upon your words and form them as my own. Do you know what it is I need from Theos?
I could not say for sure. But you have been to Sun and Shadow before, and it came at a crossroads in your life, when much of what you knew had been upended. I have to believe it will come to you there. Your concerns then were of loyalty and trust and the gods. Everything I told you seemed to send you further into doubt.
You did Durance's dialogues? Yes, we fully completed all of Durance's dialogues. As far as I'm aware, unless the game decided to spawn more in at some random point and not tell me that he wanted to talk.
His words mattered to you when you knew him then. After you and I spoke, you went immediately to seek him out. Perhaps you simply sought confirmation from the man you trusted. If something from that time still troubles you, it may be something he told you then, or refused to tell you. He keeps secrets better than any in this world.
Why? Why has Theos done all of this?
He cares only for the secret he keeps locked away. He destroys anyone who might discover it, no matter their chances.
Literally can't fully detect Durance anymore, which is why she hasn't killed him, so even some small shit like that can fly under their noses. You're right! You're right, he did mention, we did figure that specifically out. I was just focusing more on the fact that Magrin just kept trying to kill everybody involved with the Godhammer, but yes, that is exactly correct, Brown Bear, that is exactly correct.
That's why he's always favored Woodica. It isn't in her love of promises or justice. It's her disregard for the rules. Her willingness to do what is necessary. To Theos, she's not a deity, but an ally with which to conspire. When her power waxes, she does as she pleases with this realm, as well as hers. And she wants that secret guarded as much as he.
Wiccan Zealots are basically the 40k Inquisition. Yeah, although from seeing Aloth and some of their other lower-ranking members, not nearly as effective. Let's be very honest, the Leaden Key is kind of carried by the fact that Theos was running the whole thing. Like, the ability to come back from death every time with all of your memories for over 2,500 years certainly gives him a hell of an advantage.
If Theos succeeds, there will be a shift in the balance of power among the gods. Boudica was vanquished once, when the other gods decided she had gone too far, and her power diminished. With this infusion, there is no telling what she will do. The only certainty is that there will be chaos in their realm, as well as ours.
How can I get Theos to tell me what I need to know?
You will not find a more resolute being on all of Eora. There is no offer you could make, nor spell you could cast, nor pain you could inflict that would make him reveal what he hides. But I see you have become a watcher in this life. Perhaps in defeat, when he can no longer defend himself, you might learn something from him.
I suppose that is all. It's time for me to go.
Theos will not wait for you. If you do not catch up to him now, you may never find him again.
I don't like any of these. You hadn't planted doubts in my mind long ago. I'd be living a normal life right now. Before I go, no, that's stupid. Your defiance here is an illusion. You're a slave to the gods, bound to the rules stuck in their system. Your continued existence is proof the gods dominion over all of us. No, this is just proof that the gods are powerful, not that something that is powerful is automatically a god. The gods have given me the souls of the forgiven. If you repent, you could join with them, help me strike the final blow against Theos. She doesn't care. This is the vindication of her beliefs. I wish I could do more to help you, but I can waste no more time. Farewell, Yova.
It is a cruel fate to wait all this time to be reunited with my only brother, only to be forced to part soon after. But then, what is life but a series of brief encounters with those we love? If ever we should meet again, in this life or any other, I hope to find you at peace.
I hope the same, sister.
Huh?
How the fuck do we get out of here? Oh, that's actually kind of cool. This is the only pillar that has only a single stone in it, so I'll bet you anything that specific stone is what's holding her soul. Yep. Wouldn't surprise me in the least. Oh, of course. Well, thanks for ruining the moment, guys. Ow. Where is everybody? Okay.
Huh?
Can we please move forward? Maybe? Hey there. Could move forward, buddy. Okay, this is aggravating.
That's not
Aloth, give me missiles. Missiles, please.
very helpful. Lava
Oh my god, of course he fucking healed himself.
seek. Worth and wrath.
Oh my god.
I'm ready.
Somebody get up here and help. Thank you.
It's no use. I need.
Oh, what am I doing?
That's it.
Shoot it. Holy shit, we did 61 damage with that. Did I read that right? Echo of the Maker. So Vani, okay, crits the Yadra animate for 49 pierce damage with the Disappointer. Very nice.
Found something.
Well, that was a mistake. Please, no, I asked you to disarm the damn thing. Alright, are we done now?
Margren's fire casts light in dark.
Southeast. Yes, that's what I figured. There's a little bit more to this place, and then we will be... Wait. Yes. Probably more. Oh, of course, there's more of these things. Yep. Please just drop out of stealth when I tell you to. Alright. Get in here. Get in here. Give me the lightning spell. Ooh. No, that's gonna hit a lot of people if I'm not careful. There we go. Give me that right on the flank. Perfect. Then we're gonna just reduce their deflection. No, I said reduce their deflection. Then we're gonna grab Durance. Blessing.
Hi?
Give me the bounding. Give me the missiles. Focus fire.
That's not very helpful.
Come on, take him down while he's stunned. Come on. There we go. You meant southwest of the Ovara pillar? Oh. Okay. I mean, I wanted to explore. I mean, let's be honest. We're not finishing the game right now. We've got less than 30 minutes. I may as well finish up here. And then we can go. Oh. Glenfathan Adraswen. +2 to lore, +1 to perception, +1 to resolve, +1 to dexterity. That's actually really good. The Daybreak. Product of a careful engineering of an animancer from Solace Vale. Hoping to create a defense against the blights and phantoms that often plague neighboring villages, he developed a morning star that was especially effective against such nightmarish beings. Unfortunately, he died before he could make more. Even though he'd had no involvement in the early experiments with Hollowborn, he was murdered by one of the many lynch mobs that formed after the appearance of the first wicks. Well, that sucks. Yeah, 25% chance to destroy spirits on hit. Alright, this room's clear. Oh, that was all we were missing, of course. Soul Guardian Pillars. Soul Adra Prison. Soul Guardian Pillars. And Soul Adra Prison. Yep. And Soul Adra Prison. Yep. I get the feeling the game's telling me to rest.
It's true. The gods are a sham that people have followed for thousands of years.
We're gonna rest first. Take the heal multiplier.
Well, doesn't that just beat all? Here I was, wondering all this time whether all these terrible things were people's fault or the gods. Turns out they might be the same thing.
Yeah, I suppose that's one way of looking at it, Adir.
Wonder how things would have gone different 15 years ago if the Raid Sarens had been told their god was made in some forge or kiln someplace. Would we still have gone to war?
Was their god who made them believe they were right? I doubt they would have fought if they knew he was... No, because a lot of this time shit... Ridceris was facing an economic collapse and its people were starving. Maybe they wouldn't have fought the Deerwood, but people would have rebelled sooner or later.
I could see the rebellion still happening, but I don't know that they would have invaded.
He looks down at the ground, drubbing his fingers against his side restlessly. When he speaks again, it seems half to himself.
I don't know. When Woden left for war, we, had a fight. As brothers will.
Oh, now we're getting some more answers. His gaze remains low and distant. His throat catches, and he takes a slow breath. What about?
About him going off to war. He was set on it. But my parents warned him. They said you get a new country with every trip across the border, but your god, you only get the one.
Adir looks up at you.
Me? I didn't know who was right. All I knew was I didn't want him to go. It's the same for families as it is for gods. You only get the one.
Adir bites his lower lip.
I said every vicious thing I could think of, trying to change his mind. He brushed it off. Just got me madder, of course, him being so calm. He said I should come with him, but he'd understand if I didn't want to. I told him he'd better be able to face his god one day and answer for what he'd done. He said he'd keep that in mind. And then he was gone.
But he never made it to the capital to sign up for the Deer Wooden militias. Oh boy. Not my character talking, me talking to the audience. I have a feeling, Adir, that your words had more of an effect than you think they did. He'd better be able to face his god one day and answer for what he'd done. And he decided to go face his god. And he ended up signing up with Widewind.
By the time I'd cooled off, months had passed. One morning it dawns on me that my brother always knew better than me. If he was so sure of what he was doing, then I should be there with him. I packed my things and was on the road that same morning. Of course, what I didn't know then was he'd already changed his mind. By that time, he was dead on that field.
Adir, do you think that he turned over to Widewind's side because of what you said to him?
Crossed my mind. You live in a place like Gilded Vale. You don't have a whole lot else to do other than think about things you don't want to think about. I hope that wasn't it. I hope he went there because it's what he thought was right. But it seems I'm not meant to know.
So if you'd left with him, you'd have known why he changed his mind.
If I'd have left with him, we'd both be dead, so I don't know why I bother thinking about it. I found my own way in the end, and it wasn't my brother's and it wasn't my god's. I don't know if it was right. But I couldn't abide what Widewind was doing to his own, god or not. I don't regret it. Whether Widewind was Aothis, well, it hardly seems to matter after what we just heard. And all these questions I've been trying to figure out. I think I just miss my brother.
He smiles faintly, and when he breathes at last, the air seems to flow more freely through his lung. Let's go.
Still one more mess we gotta straighten out. Come on then. I still owe you one.
But like me, you have 2 Matt Mercers in your last party. I mean, yeah. It seems kind of wrong to not bring Adir along, and Aloth is just too fucking useful as a wizard. Also, I will admit, one of the few things I know about the sequel is that Aloth and Adir follow you along into the sequel, so it seems kind of fitting that they're here now. Brutal, honest Adir, you honestly don't owe me anything right now. Also, Aloth wants to talk? God damn it, how did I miss it?
Lied to. Our whole lives, and many lives before that. And it's led us to put our faith in a pantheon of gods that never deserved it in the first place.
Okay, never mind. Aloth is not taking this as well as I thought he was. Adir's gone through heaven and hell for you already. You don't owe me shit. Yeah, Adir is a good dude. He needs to learn not to put his foot in his mouth as much, but hey, we're getting there. Progress is being made. He has not casually insulted Orleans in the last couple of months of in-game time. Is the only true non-god worshiper she takes it the best. Yeah. Again, I think it, as I said, Hylea at least gets a little bit of respect from me because her purview, when you look at it in the broad sense, not just the childbearing and that kind of thing, the broad sense, Hylea's entire purview is just passion. It's do what you will with your life. And if you are doing that with your life, then you are worshiping her, even if you never offer a prayer to her. Pallegina, being a godlike, who is a Hylean godlike, who wants to be a soldier, wants to be a warrior, and thus goes and becomes an amazing soldier and warrior, a paladin of the Valian Republics, is as much worship to Hylea as if she was some priest sitting somewhere in a chapel. But she doesn't need to say it. She doesn't have to praise it. She doesn't have to speak it. Hylea is probably one of the better ones because she is so hands-off in that sense. The only time we've really seen Hylea get involved was when, well, a dragon showed up and literally butchered hundreds of her followers. Maybe we'll get more information that'll contradict that, but at the very least, Hylea is probably at the top of the shithill. Like, she's certainly better than most of them. I still believe that Theos is wrong. Most people are decent. The truth may hurt. The truth may even cause problems. But this lie, it has to be put to rest.
You're right. People will be better off finding direction on their own than following this farce. Besides, the gods haven't exactly done much to prevent us from slaughtering each other. If anything, they've only given us more pretenses for doing so.
He scratches his chin, gazing at some far-off point in the darkened prison.
Seems like that's all they've been doing of late.
I've also been thinking. There won't be much left of Theos by the time you're done with him, if I know how you operate. That will leave the leaden key headless. Perhaps it's best it stays that way.
He looks back at you out of the corner of his eye. One side of his mouth twitches in a grin. You have a lot of good speculation. Oh, thank you. Thank you, thank you. People, we better find a direction on their own rather than following this forest besides the gods. Oh, that was what I was going to say. I had a thought in my head and it disappeared while Aloth was talking. And it's that Aloth doesn't really prescribe to one god in particular, but he does seem to be a big fan of... His big thing is order and discipline, because that was his whole problem with Animancy, was he felt it was too unrestricted and that was what was causing all the problems. So, while Aloth doesn't really strike me as a worshiper of a single god, I think he took a lot of stability from the idea that there was a pantheon of gods. Like, the idea that there was this cosmology, this theology, even if he didn't actively worship one of them, he still took comfort from the fact of, well, the universe has to have some kind of order, some kind of self-regulation to it, because the gods exist. So in a way, yeah, he's actually taking this probably the worst, aside from maybe Durance. Well, Durance, if we hadn't already convinced him that blowing Magrin up back for what she did was probably a good idea. I agree.
Then let's face Theos. When this is all over, I'll make sure that no one is able to commit his abuses again.
Yeah. He isn't very independent. He feels like he needs direction and authority. I think he's gotten a little bit better about authority, but direction most definitely. I think he's gotten a little bit better on authority. He's willing to abide people not necessarily needing authority, but he personally needs direction. Like, he feels like he needs direction at all times. Alis has gotten better with D's Nuts, though. Ha ha, very funny, Tenwin. Let's do a D's Nuts joke in a stream segment. Haven't seen a billion clips of those on the internet. There, I said the word, D's Nuts. You happy now? Come on, that didn't even have any setup. Exactly. See, Brown Bear gets it. Oh, shit. We've got 14 minutes. If it's literally just Theos... Oh, no, we're searching for Theos. Oh, dear. Oh, it's dark in here.
Even my Stelgar eyes can't see in this darkness.
Oh. More bodies. Ring of Searing Flood. Really? On an ash corpse? And why was that the only one that's breaking? That doesn't make no sense. The Walk of Souls. I can't see jack shit. Is there more down here? I couldn't tell. You know what I say? The Zarbs remind me of Pathfinder monster, the Gunby goblins. I mean, I know about Pathfinder goblins with their really big heads and sharp teeth and all that, but oh. Okay, there we go. There's the setup. God damn it. Okay, I walked right into that one, Brown Bear. I honestly was... Because I have the Pathfinder bestiaries, and I was honestly wondering if I had missed a goblin type. And no, you actually got me to do it. Fuck you. God damn it, Brown Bear. Alright, I'll give you points for that. Okay, now we can see shit. Thank you.
Full of surprises, aren't you?
Incredible! I knew the builders could work wonders, but this is amazing!
We light our own path now, Watcher.
Can you do that again? I had something in my eye. I missed most of it.
You know I can't, Adair. Stop making fun at my... That is a diamond. Okay. I'm starting to get really concerned that they're giving us valuable things on these corpses. Less impressive than our fight with... No. See, sorry, Tim, you did it too soon. I know that. I also know that joke because I've seen the Aventus animations with the goblin player character guy. I can't remember what his name is. Gricko, I think, or whatever. Oh, God. I can't even read the chat now because y'all are just doing this nonstop, aren't you?
Try something else.
I have to be careful about what I read now, or else you're never gonna fucking stop.
That's not very helpful.
Okay, kill the shade. Come on. What is it even? I feel like I was doing no damage to some of them for a good chunk there. Oh. God, another... Oh, that's another soul. It seems to be spreading darkness. Yeah, I saw that one too. That's a pretty good one. Oh! Oh, now they just all come to life. This is not good.
Need something?
How may I help?
So hold on. Horavius, you take care of that. Adair, take care of that. I'll take care of that. Pelgina, where are you at? Okay, that's a shadow drake. Okay, that's not fun. Shit. Give me spells. Okay, somehow it's stunned. Oh, thanks to Psychic Backlash. That's nice. Please stun it, stun it, stun it, stun it. Ow. Let's go. Still, we got it. Come on, they're spirits. Kill them. Lawrence, give me another buff.
Let's go.
Smack him. Smack him in the ass. Ravius, get down here and help them out. Ravius, thank you. There we go. Now take care of the Drake. Thank you, Durance. Durance with the shotgun. I still love the fact that we made him into a shotgunner. That is too fucking funny. Oh. Oh god, these things are just straight up... God, the Ingwithans even did it to Drac. Yeah, chalky bits of bone break away between your fingers. Jesus. Yeah, I'm sorry. There's nothing... Like, there is... The Ingwithans are just fucking horrible. Minor bracers of deflection. You know they got executed before they became full dragons too? Yeah. I'm sorry? Hello? The shadows in the cavern suddenly lengthen and swallow you. When your eyes adjust to the darkness, you find yourself in the midst of what must be another vision. You are surrounded by mists, and the ground feels springy under your feet. You imagine that as soon as you take a step, the soil behind you will erase all trace of your passage. As if on cue, the mists before you clear just enough for you to take a couple steps forward. You do, and the fog closes around you. You continue for several minutes in this manner, one step at a time, never seeing more than the ground right in front of you. Eventually, rays of light cut through the haze, and you find yourself facing a canyon wall. Durance's head twitches as though a mosquito had flown into his ear. He swings haphazardly at the air with his staff. Something whizzes past you, and just as you turn, you catch another whir of movement. Out of the mist flits a shape small and round. You think you see another, and another. They tickle the corners of your vision. You turn back to the canyon wall. The sun shifts along its path, and what looked like a smooth rock face is the hollow of a cave. A single figure steps out, its features shifting and changing before your eyes.
I never thought I'd see with my very own eyes. Even when you look Weil in the face, you can't know for certain.
Heravius turns pale as he examines the shifting presence and bows his head to the figure. The figure transforms from male to female, from Orlin to Amawa, its bones lengthening, its fur receding into flesh. The only detail that remains constant is the smooth, eyeless face. The whizzing, rushing shapes from the mist converge on the figure. As they form a spinning cloud, you realize that they are eyes.
You understand the value of a mystery watcher. A buried scroll, a hidden truth. These are my ways. You unravel a thread, Watcher. One you have lost and discovered over generations. And following it to its end has only brought you back to the beginning.
The eyes track you even as they circle the god. So I've been here before. Whale giggles, a strangely modulated sound that rises and falls as the god shifts from one form to the next. Your search for answers to your past has led you to another mystery, and one grander still. My goal is to see to the souls that Theos has trapped, and to stop him from shifting the balance of power. Yes, but what would you do with them?
A nebula of souls, blind and brimming with potential. The answer to Woodika's question and the beginning of yours. What would you do with them?
Thunderclouds form overhead, casting shadows of movement across the canyon, changing from elf to folk. Whale raises his darkening hands to the swarm of eyes. Strengthen the Deerwood. Restore the Hollowborn. Bareth wants them returned to the cycle. Rimmergat, Andra, and Skane has me dissolve them. I take it you have something of your own in mind. The cloud breaks, and a torrent of rain washes Whale's features clean. His blank face molds itself again, taking on the shape of something you've never seen before. Do not consign the souls to the fate of some god's choosing. You have found them. Now scatter them across existence, their destination known to neither god nor mortal. Let them be lost again, to new answers and new riddles. Behind him, the sudden downpour has carved new caves into the canyon. You say I shouldn't let a god decide their fate, yet you ask me to do exactly that.
In a way. But something must be done, and hurling them from the machinery of other schemes is the truest course of action.
But what would happen to them?
None know. They could end up anywhere in the realms of gods or mortals, whole or divided. Discovering them again and charting their course through the ether will be a new mystery.
And what end would that serve?
No end, Watcher. That is the purpose.
See, in any other setting, this would be deeply nihilistic, but given what we know now about the gods and the nature of this reincarnation, this might still be the best choice.
That is a word for endings, and this is but a crossroads. Even I do not know what you would choose.
Shadows from the new caves melt and spread across the landscape, covering you in darkness. When the light returns, the vision is gone. I was wondering why he wasn't gonna why he didn't show up in the fucking temple. Shh. Oh, this is just a... No, I'm not gonna risk taking a fucking injury over here. You should do this thing. Why? I don't know. I'm half expecting, oh dear, we're gonna get another combat encounter over here, aren't we? I'm half expecting Wodika to try and convince us now at this rate. Now let's clear away the last of this darkness. Oh. Okay. It's just the regular shades. Let's go ahead and start spamming that, please. Go ahead and grab that, please. Go ahead and grab that, please. You go over there. You go over here. I'll take care of this one. Come on, Dire Blessing. Please help. Oh, okay. This one popped in. I suppose I should have seen that coming. Go ahead and paralyze him, please. Please. And, of course, I got knocked on my ass right when I tried to paralyze him. Oh, but we dominated him. Thank you, Adir. But not Adir. Aloth. I keep getting you two confused. Why do I do that? There we go. Take him down.
This thing isn't doing my job.
It's fine. Just keep swinging. No, keep swinging. I don't care that it's mind controlled. Keep swinging. The ending is behind that door. It is the final chamber. Well, I guess it sure would have been nice if we'd been able to do that. Well, I guess we can finish exploring for a few minutes. No reason not to.
On the hunt.
So this door right here, Tenwin, the big green one. That does mean that there's still more to explore down here, though. You have 14 minutes left. I know, which is why we're going to be doing this, and then we will deal with... Unless you're telling me that I can beat... Well, actually... No, yeah, because I usually add about 10 minutes due to the ads and everything. I mean, one way or the other, I don't think we have time is the problem, especially if there's going to be dialogue. If there's going to be dialogue, there's no way in hell. Because, Tenwin, remember, I can't save in the middle of dialogue. So if this overshoots, I'm going to have to redo it. All right. We'll try. I can't guarantee anything. Okay. Tenwin, I appreciate what you're trying to offer here, and I will have to set up something else on Sunday. But, like, I can't overshoot this too much. I do have to get ready to go to work. I don't have a choice in that matter, unfortunately. Oh, dear. Oh, and the crown is unbroken here. Now that is interesting. No, and yeah, the ending slides are overshoot, but then, no offense, dude, it's probably best if we end here before we go any further.
Are you ready to take the oath? To spread the word of the gods to the lost and heathen?
Yes, Tenwin, but it's probably going to put me into dialogue options after that, which means we're going to be stuck here for a while, and I don't have... Tenwin, I appreciate what you're trying to do. I really do. And I don't like stopping here either, but I don't really have much of a choice at this point. Not until you touch the machine. Fair enough. As I said, man, I'm sorry. Really, I am. I didn't want it to get to this point and then us barely have anything for Sunday.
You to remain loyal to the gods in this.
I mean, I'm not
just...
Not,
you will have greater powers than me to answer to. But you will answer to me as well.
Like, I'm not just going to beat Theos and then read the bestiary entries and then end stream on Sunday. If need be, I'll find something else to do or I'll fill in something else and then we can start Tyranny on Monday. Or if it doesn't take that long on Sunday, I will just go ahead and start Tyranny then as well and we'll just continue from there. We could do something cool after finishing the game, have an after talk or whatever. Exactly. Y'all should have seen me when I did my Elden Ring Let's Play. I literally talked to myself for about an hour and a half after I was done with the final boss. Like, and that was with nobody around.
I wouldn't ask this. Were there any other choice?
If you were to stop here, you beat the game in about 15 minutes. Well, there will be a lot to talk about. See, that's what I'm concerned about. That's what I'm concerned about. I'm afraid we're just going to... Oh, God. And, of course, now I say that. Now we have more viewers than we have had before. We're at 8 viewers. God damn it. I don't want to... I'd expect you don't just finish up and jump to the next and fight. Yeah, I expect that you don't just finish. That's what I'm saying. I want the ending to be good. I want the ending to be good, and I'm going... If I have to do this here, I'm going to rush it. It's going to be like that Rogue Trader stream where I ended up going like 10 minutes over and I started rushing the dialogue and I couldn't remember anything that happened from like the last 30 minutes of the stream when I got to the next session. So I am just going to call it here. We're just over the 3-hour mark. That is the bare minimum that I try to do. I always make sure to go over the 3 hours. I am sorry, Tenwin. I really am, dude. We will have a big blowout finale on Sunday. We'll have plenty to talk about. We will go through the whole ending of the game. We'll do all the everything in there. And if we still have a lot of time, we'll do Tyranny or we'll read the bestiary entries and the rest of the lore entries that I haven't touched. One way or another, we will get through all of it. We'll have a good time on Sunday, okay? So I hope you all have enjoyed being here. I just noticed the viewer count ticked up to 8 within like the last 5 minutes. So I'm really sorry for anybody who showed up really late. I'm finishing up now. Let me see if I can find somebody to raid. Again, thank you all for joining me. Thank you all for coming in. Let's see if we can find somebody. Where's the button? Hey, Stylish. Good to see you're still here. It doesn't really appear that there's... Wow. Usually there's at least a couple of small channels that it suggests, but I'm not seeing anything. I don't think anyone's streaming Pillars today. Nope, nobody's streaming Pillars of Eternity 1. Maybe someone's streaming Pillars of Eternity 2? No, nobody's streaming that either. How about Pathfinder? Anybody? Okay, hold on. We've got a couple of people streaming Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. Let me see here. Thank you, Sent. Thank you. No, that's a bunch of Russian players, unfortunately. God, it was so awkward raiding into that French streamer. I was just trying to be nice, and then they just kept going in French, and I had no fucking clue what they were saying. I just hope it was nice. Oh, here we go. We've got somebody doing a blind first playthrough, and it looks like he's still at the beginning of the game. Yes, he has just started. You know what? I'm going to drop you off with these guys. This is Trent Booty. Looks like he's got a couple people in stream. He's just starting Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. We'll go ahead and raid him. Why not? We'll go ahead and raid him.
So, as per usual, I wish you all a glorious Friday and a glorious weekend. I will see you all on Sunday, where we will be finishing Pillars of Eternity one way or the other. Tenwin, I do also believe I sent you the Steam friend request, so that should all be set up as well. I hope you have a glorious weekend. If I don't see you, we'll see you for Pillars of Eternity on Sunday, and depending on how long that takes, we will get to Tyranny either later in the day on Sunday, or we will start it on Monday first thing. Thank you all for joining me. Thank you all for tuning in, and I hope you have a glorious day.